All right.
From the top. Hello, everyone, and welcome to BrickFeed 126. I'm Eljay.
I'm EXX Trooper.
I'm Meso.
And I'm Invi.
And I'm Ben.
I'm Leo.
And this time we got it right.
Yeah,
with audio this time.
We're having today.
Woo! Audio!
All right.
Sorry.
First try.
So Discord heard us introduce ourselves just fine, but I forgot on the stream program to unmute it. So there you go, YouTube. We just did 2 intros.
Yeah,
You finally heard the second
I'll never mute on XSplit. I just trust everyone here mutes themselves. Unfortunately,
Well,
that
no.
goes
So
awry.
that was before. Like I had it streaming before we jumped over here, just to like get everybody ready and make a smooth transition.
Oh yeah.
If you want to listen to the patron exclusive
You're
info,
totally
intro, join our Discord. Double the intro, double the fun. How you all doing?
So, how's it going, everyone?
It's going, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm building the set that you got me. Currently.
Which
I'm
set?
glad.
It is the 76150 Spider Jet versus Venom Mech. Also, God bless you. God bless everybody. Or
Oh, you get a spider jet in it as well?
yeah, it's a Spider Jet set with the Venom Mech, and the best part about it is it comes with Spider-Man Noir. I believe it's currently the only set to feature him ever, and it's amazing. This minifigure is amazing.
Oh, it's that set. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was
Yeah,
like,
but-
I was thinking of like the big like the very big Venom mech where it has
Here we
like
go.
the head.
Oh,
and
I have
everything.
that one too.
Yeah.
Of
They were
course.
pumping out. They were pumping out a lot of.
This one is
Venom
the
sets.
Construction's Last Hope Venom mech.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
How many times have you said construction?
Well, you see, they have to keep passing on the torch. Like they failed, so a new hero must rise.
You will be Construction's Last Hope, Star Wars. Okay, now you are going to be
No,
Construction's
it's like
Last Hope,
somebody
Venom
cue
Mech.
the Yoda image. No, there is another.
There's another one.
Yeah. No, I'm very glad you enjoyed this, Ben, because I saw this on store shelves. Well, I saw it beforehand, of course, and I was like, "Yep, nope, that just speaks to Ven, not to me. It speaks to him through me, because it's a giant Venom mech, and I mean it's a mech. We'd already been discussing mechs prior to this, with the whole Iron Man mech and the Spider-Man mech and so on. But I decided, no, I wouldn't get any of those for Ven. I'm gonna get this one, and it has
Only appropriate.
Spider Noir. Like, come on, it's perfect.
Yeah,
Come on.
I finally have a Nicolas Cage minifigure. It's awesome.
Right? That was the first thought in my mind. The first ever Nicolas Cage minifigure.
We're
is
gonna
in your
steal
hand.
Declaration of Independence.
But yes, you did choose very wisely, because there have been many a times where I've been in Target walking past this very set thinking, looks pretty nice. I should probably buy it now.
I was hoping that was the case. I was like, oh gosh, I hope he doesn't have this.
I was really close, dude.
Oh no.
Sometimes
God.
the reason why I wouldn't buy it would be because, oh wait, LJ's sending me something. Maybe this is it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow,
Lo
that
and
was a,
behold,
that
it
was a
was.
good call. Good call.
Yeah. Well,
Then again,
Merry
I would
Christmas,
kind of
man.
think that with a lot of other stuff that I would walk and see through the Lego section.
Yeah, no,
So-
actually, it's kind of funny too, because I almost didn't get this for you. I almost got you a Minecraft set.
Bruh.
Yeah. And it's simply because I didn't just turn around, because they're all on the same aisle. It's just one's on one wall and the other's on the other. I was originally going to get you the panda set from Minecraft.
Oh, dang, dude. Yeah, that would have been pretty cool too, actually. But it's okay. You know why? Because now that I've received your gift and I know what it is, I know what I can buy now.
Yeah.
Accurate.
You're free to buy once more. Have you built the mech yet, or have you built like the jet?
I'm
like...
working on the mech right now. It's using the little bracket
I'm
system
working
that you were
on
just telling
it.
me about.
Yeah, to secure the limbs.
It's right now. It's on the torso. Funny
Oh,
enough.
okay.
Pretty nice. And so far so good. The jet is pretty sick. I like it a lot. I didn't think I would like it as much as I do, but I do. It's pretty clean. I like the giant wings and everything. It's nice. Oh, you can shoot the missiles out of it. It's crazy. There's like 4 missiles you can shoot, and there's the disc launcher. I'm probably not ever gonna play with this feature, but it's nice to know it's there. You know?
Bruh.
Yeah, you know, it's something.
No,
I hear
I'll
you,
play with
man.
it. I'll play with it whenever it's not on my shelf on display. Anyway,
It's the only way to do it.
I will let you guys know when I finish building the Venom mech, and I'll give you my full thought.
So, anyways, what I like about this Monkie Kid, it's complete. No,
Oh, yeah, the real deal. Yeah, are we gonna talk about that right now?
First. Plugs.
plug it in,
Okay.
plug it in.
Plug time.
All right. So make sure to head on over to TTV message boards at board.ttvchannel.com. You have to be 13 years or older and follow our rules, and you can have a good time too. Make sure you check it out because we've got a lot of good things happening. Lego author Greg Farshty is on the message boards answering questions. Additionally, we're ramping up to the first of many canonization contests to come, starting in June with the Helrix canonization contest to depict the form of Helrix. More will come, including Artaka and Tuyet, but that is not a limit by any means. Then head on over to Patreon at patreon.com/TTVchannel. You can donate as low as $1 a month and join our Patreon Discord server, as well as our Minecraft server, where you can explore the islands of Matanui and Voinui, with many more to come. Additionally, head on over to Twitter at the TTV channel. And okay, yep, I was like, wait, hold on, there's one more. And BioCup has begun. Make sure you check out a video we did on that. It's called BioCup 2020. It is a Bionicle community construction contest, a tournament for the ages. It's fantastic. It's going to be a great time. Definitely go check that out. And that's everything.
Woohoo!
Woo, that sounds cool. Okay, wow.
Bravo, bravo.
So Monkey Kid right now. I'm kidding. Did anyone else have any sets real
Nope.
quick?
I did, but it's not something I'm going to talk about at length.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Wait, did you order something?
I did.
Oh,
I got a rather cool cool set in the mail.
Meso actually got
Wait, what?
something.
in the mail.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, you got something, but you can't talk about it?
Not. The set I bought that I got, and the set in question is a fantastic set by the name of Vault of Glass with
No, I
Shut
knew
up.
you were gonna
No,
freaking say
get
Mega
out.
Block.
Go
away.
I knew.
Get out. Deleted.
Deleted.
Stop it.
No,
away.
no,
We're
no,
not doing this.
no. This is
No.
this is
Oh, is this
Go, take
You're
that,
not
take
doing
that,
that.
to,
Get
take that to
out.
block
Destiny
feed.
cast.
Get
I
that
don't
out of here.
understand this stuff.
Meso, you're in the territory of an opposing gang. All right, you're wearing blue, we're in red, and if you keep talking, you're going to die.
Yeah,
Take-
pretty
take-
much
Look,
the
blue,
only.
red, and dead all
Go
over.
do your stupid,
Meso.
lame Mega Bloks Destiny podcast on your own channel, Meso.
TTB as a whole does not condone homicide. This is Eljay going
This
on
is just
his
his respective opinion and
Listen, TTV as a whole might not
Murderous
condone
intent.
it, but I'm not saying that most of the individuals don't.
Impressive.
own-
It's neat. Moving on.
You
Take-
might
take
be wearing
that.
blue, but you're about to be painted in red.
get off of BrickFeed. Go to your block feed.
You used to
don't wanna
paint
hear-
houses, LJ?
I
On
don't, but I know
trucks
someone
feed.
who does.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you.
Now
Dude,
you
this
can
mech really does have knees. I had to see it to believe it. But it does.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, and then
Okay. Anyone else? Any other Lego
I
sets
did,
that you
I
guys
did
have
get a
gotten?
Lego set. I got
An actual Lego set, Leo?
Yes.
I did.
All right.
It was El Fuego's stunt plane or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, you did get
He
it.
got the
yeah.
thing.
I did.
Hidden
it was
side
fun.
represent.
It was actually a really fun build. It's like the first licensed Lego thing I buy in a while, except excluding ideas, of course. It was
There's
a
no way
really.
the skeleton in the plane.
I love the. No, that was like the funniest part. It's just a skeleton, bro. The minifigures are really nice. You know, like after building only Star Wars sets for I don't know how many years, it's
Oh,
nice to have something different.
yeah, something in color, something that isn't just gray with maybe some red highlights.
This is true.
hey man, stop talking crap about my X-wing and my Millennium Falcon. Okay, they're awesome.
Which one, man? There's like 80.
All of them.
Which one came out last year for both?
I don't know anymore.
Because that's the X-wing I got, but not the Millennium Falcon I got.
Nice. Honestly though, I'm pretty happy I bought this set. I got it on discount because for some reason Best Buy sells Lego sets online, and I got here in one day. It was bizarre.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Bill,
Yeah.
the ghostly character with like the robot arms that has like the
yeah.
goo thing on this.
Mhm.
Like, how is that? Does it sit really like? Is
It's
it
like a-
really loose or
It's
does
a
it just
jetpack.
pretty good? Okay.
It's pretty well put together, honestly. I don't know how I'm supposed to pose it though, because I have no idea what it is. It's like the things on the side are just sticking out, and you can pose them up and down. And then I don't know if the things on top are supposed to be propellers or not. It just kind of aims them
think
forward.
Ghost
okay.
propellers.
Because I assume it's a jetpack. It looks like a jetpack. I don't know what else it would be, but it's a really good minifigure, which is what matters.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna get the fire truck, and that's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that this set is muy fuego?
yes, I would.
Nice.
Muy fuego.
It's very fun though. All right.
That's
There
good.
you go.
Anybody else have something?
Nope.
Nope. All
I
right.
have something that I can't talk about.
Well,
You're
All
dang
so-
right.
The same as that not having something though.
I'll talk about it. I ordered something. No, sorry, you're talking about your stupid Mega Bloks thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about that. I did order something actually.
What did you order?
I ordered one of the sets we're going to be talking about today, which is why this is a great segue into what we're going to be talking about today, which is almost
Yay.
exclusively Lego Monkie Kid.
Oh,
The worst kept secret in the Lego community.
Yeah. Okay, so here's how this went. So an entire theme leak of sorts happened. It was a retailer, I think a Chinese retailer, that showed all of the theme sets. And so they were unwatermarked and they're from a retailer. And the way that Lego leaks work, at least as far as Lego's concerned, is so long as it comes from a licensed retailer and it doesn't have a watermark, it's fair game. And we've had this conversation with them many a time, so has many others. And so we can talk about it, we can report on it. People were already making videos just too good, Jang bricks, it was being covered. Well, then we pop on over to the Lego Ambassador Network, and nope, don't do it, guys, come on, roll that back, please, hurry, please. Basically, Lego said that while it's rare for them to do this, they are going to ask people to take the images down and not report on it, which is not only rare for them to do anyway, but it's especially rare for them to do on a presumably unlicensed theme. I don't actually know the license standpoint of this. I presume because it's Lego Monkie Kid, it's probably fine. But I
mean,
don't
it's an
know.
adaptation of Journey to the West, but it's not Journey
Yeah,
to the West.
But like,
It's
put-
more
put it this
based
way.
on.
Who holds
Yeah.
the license for Journey to the West? You know?
Exactly.
Exactly. So
I wouldn't count this as a licensed theme, though, if that's what
yeah,
you're trying
I
to
wouldn't either. This to me is an original theme. But
Yeah.
regardless, it's rare for that to happen. But Lego said, hey, we're gonna ask people to take it down. If people don't take it down, then we're gonna get in some murky water. That's a very polite way of putting what they said. So everyone took it down, and then they went to Twitter and it's like, all right, guys, get ready. Something's happening on the 15th. Oh boy, guys, act surprised,
geez.
act surprised.
I wonder what it could be.
And like 4 days before their countdown ended, it showed up in Lego stores in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was hilarious. Not even mentioning the whole Leaf thing, because for the longest time people thought this was Lego Leaf. The name and logo for the theme leaked like 6-7 months ago,
Mhm.
and the minifigures were steadily leaking, so everybody knew this was like coming,
Yeah.
but we just couldn't talk about it.
Yeah.
But now we can, and it's awesome.
It's
It is.
it's something else. So let me see. Where is? I'll
I think
just
a
read
good
the
place
whole-
to start would be the press release blurb.
Yeah, I was gonna read the thing on Lego Shop at Home because that's where I am. But yeah, which one of you guys has it?
I don't have it handy, but I can pull it
I'm-
up because you
That's
uploaded
okay.
everything.
No,
to
I'm on the land. We're good.
Cool.
Inspired by the 500-year-old story of the Monkey King, Lego Monkie Kid is the Lego Group's take on a new, untold chapter of the legendary tale. Featuring 8 exciting sets, an animated mini-movie, and a TV series, Lego Monkey Kid is the first ever Lego theme to be inspired by a Chinese legend and is rooted firmly in the country's culture and values. The theme sets are packed with fun, excitement, and an epic story just waiting to unfold. The tale begins when an ordinary boy, Monkey Kid, finds Monkey King's legendary staff, and he becomes the chosen one. Together with his brave and loyal friends, Monkey Kid begins his quest to stop the Demon Bull King and his army of bull clones from taking over the city.
Sounds like a load of bull.
Okay. Gosh
Bull
dang it.
clone.
That's a load of bull clones.
So it's an interesting premise. It's a spin on, Journey
I
to
like
the West in the future with like sci-fi elements. It's definitely a good fit for Lego. This whole idea
Mhm.
works out really nicely, and I mean, it sounds fun. It sounds like a fun story. We can talk about the story aspect more later because they did release a trailer for the TV show. But as far as a product line is concerned, 8 sets is pretty robust, and they're all like big and expensive.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the recurring trend you'll notice throughout these. Like we usually start small, but like small is relatively speaking here, because the first set's like $35.
Yep.
Yeah. The cheapest set is $35, and it only goes up from there to a grand final total of $170.
Whew. Just keep in mind what the theme
Full line,
is. This ain't really for us, as even though we're talking about it.
It's primarily going to be sold in Asian markets, and to my knowledge, in the U.S., the only store you can actually buy it in is Lego stores.
Yep.
Past that
Yeah.
point, it's Lego Shop at Home only.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
Wow.
I believe you're
I think-
correct.
So I think it's safe to say that it won't be in any stores in Norway then.
Probably not.
Because we don't even have a like officially licensed Lego stores here. So
Yeah, I don't either.
Pour one out for
Like-
X.
If I wanted to get one, I would have to order it online because Idaho doesn't have a Lego store as well.
I like though that they like announced like they kind of wanted these announced and revealed and then being instantly available, which is kind of cool. I do like that they're just
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
pretty bold approach.
throwing that new
Mhm.
theme out there because this is quite a big theme in terms of build quality, sets, coverage. TV show. They're throwing a lot of spaghetti at the fridge here at the same time.
At the fridge.
And they're just hoping it'll stick, but it looks like it'll stick pretty good, for what I thought at least,
It was a fun reveal.
It was a very
They
fun
did fire on all cylinders. Wait,
Dang.
Leo, the full theme costs $745.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
what I got.
We've got a $5 donation from Sir Perry. This is in relation to Monkey Kid. $5. So this is why Bionicle G2 didn't have a good story. And he clarifies he's joking.
What's on this in the background?
Bionicle G2 walked so Monkey Kid could run and leap,
So,
have fun.
according to Leo, the cost
Yeah,
all the sets all together comes up to $745 before tax.
yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, having already ordered one, that tax is gonna tack on a lot.
Yeah, let me do that real quick.
Ta-
with the-
tax
with
on a
Florida
lot.
tax.
Like,
Oh, it makes it up to 800 for me. Sweet.
yeah.
Yeah,
Monkey
That's
around ain't
crazy.
cheap.
Oh my
Tell you
God.
I
that
think
much.
let me try and put that into perspective. Let me go ahead and bring something up real fast. You know what I'm gonna bring up? It's my recap finale.
Oh no, he's bringing out the finale.
All right, boys, hold on to your seats.
One wave of Monkey Kid versus the entirety of Bionicle.
No,
Who would
not the
win? I'm
entirety,
kidding.
but I'm gonna go to the large. Okay, So the most expensive Bionicle year in its entirety was 2009. It had 27 sets and had an approximate retail cost of $528. Keep in
Before
mind,
inflation.
$528 for nearly 30 sets.
Yeah.
And Monkey Kid surpasses that with 8.
That's insane.
I wonder how many more pieces it has.
A lot.
That's a really great
Probably
question.
astronomically larger.
Mm-hmm.
But holy, wow, dude.
It's expensive. I mean, I want some of them, but it's the
Yeah.
age-old thing of like, it's very difficult for me to justify spending that amount of money at once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like
I feel like it would be a wasted opportunity to not get them because these sets will never be. It's not like you're gonna say, "Oh, you can buy these cheaper later on or on the secondhand market." No. These are only gonna skyrocket because of their scarcity. You will
Yep.
never find Monkey Kid deals. It's like a buy them now or not at all kind of
It's an
thing.
original Lego theme, first of all. So as soon as it's gone, it's gone. They're not. It's not like Star Wars where they're just gonna remake.
they're just gonna re-release it again. Yeah.
Not like Lego doesn't really do like re-releases, and if they do, it's like an exception to the rule, like with what they've done with Ninjago recently. Even then, it's not a re-release; it's a remake. So
Exactly.
these sets are out once, and then that's it. That's it. So you have that already, plus the fact that they're so scarce. It's like these things are going to be worth a lot later on.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I
And
probably
the
will
pieces
end up
that
getting
come
them.
with them, any exclusive parts, whoo, woo, woo! Get as much of those as you can because those are, those are probably going to be worth more than the set. Like
Eventually.
real talk.
Crazy life hack though, you don't have to buy all of them. So even
Yeah.
though it
What?
sounds really
Hey,
expensive,
What?
No, of course
you
not.
are getting
I don't
a
advocate
lot.
that unless you're like filthy stinking rich, by all means. But if you're gonna get any, get them, I guess.
No, right? And the next few months.
ASAP.
Just get them.
I mean, how long do Lego sets stay on shelves usually?
About
At
a
least
year and a half.
full year.
Year and a half.
Maybe a year and a half. Yeah.
Okay.
You have time.
You do because they just
Yeah,
released.
they just
They released.
Yeah.
It was 15th in Asian markets, and it was a 16th everywhere else that it was going to be sold. So
All right.
Yeah, it's
All
like
right.
get them while you still can. You have a whole year.
Let's hope so.
let's go ahead and dig into the specifics of them. And then after we do that, I really want to talk about some of the meta aspects because some of the community folks on Twitter, which is not really a great community gauge for anything.
You want to do that first while it's on your mind?
No, because I want to get into these
I
sets
think
first.
I know what you're getting
Respect.
at. I was low key thinking something already, but
Yeah.
it's up to you.
No, let's talk about the sets first because that way, if we're running low on time, we can always talk about that another time. It's not
Mhm.
as vital.
Cool.
Do it.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and begin with set number 80006, White Dragon Horse Bike. The set contains approximately 259 pieces, releases a few days ago, and is approximately $35.
Wow.
That
Okay.
is an awful price
Okay,
to part ratio.
Yeah.
That's like a Star Wars set.
Yeah, I think it's worse than the
$10
Star
off, dude. Oof.
Yeah.
And I mean,
At least.
even the set, like out of the entire wave, this is probably the worst set, or at the very least, the most formulaic to me. It's the one that is like, all right, I've seen this before multiple times. Its strength really comes from the minifigures to me, particularly May, who's just awesome. She has a very cool dragon suit.
Yeah, I
Her
really like
bike
this figure.
is appropriately styled after her. And Monkey Kid's flying skateboard, hoverboard is just very iconic. I don't really know what the bull villains, Snort and Bob,
His name.
Snorting
are
Bob.
supposed to do. I guess
Those
they
are,
just have like a
cool
ramp.
alternative names for LJ.
Bob Snorter.
But yeah, I guess they have like a little ramp that you can like drive the bike over. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And it's like it's got that toll gate, but it's like
Mhm.
I don't know, like a laser axe toll gate. It comes down.
Pay up or die.
If you can't
There's
pay
no
the
fast
cash.
track here.
Okay.
Only a fast track to your death.
But yeah,
Oh,
no,
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Zach is here.
Oh,
Oh.
finally.
Oh,
Speaking of death, hello. I
Mm.
am dead.
Just
Hey,
in time to talk about the
welcome.
white
Yeah,
dragon
you're on
horse
the
bike.
we're here for the first.
The one set that I want to get.
Wait, really?
We'll be
Yeah,
able-
I do
we'll be
want
able
this
to
one.
afford to get.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it would almost be a waste to get this as like my only Monkey Kid set just because it's the one that speaks the least to the theme's overall like design language. If that makes any sense. But for what it is cool. It has really good figures and a cool bike. So I
Yeah.
can't really criticize it too much.
Yeah, and of course, when you get Monkey Kid, you do get a new piece. Well, you get a slew of new pieces. You get obviously the villain pieces, the villain-related parts. You're also getting May's new hairpiece. You're also getting Monkey Kid's new hairpiece. You're also getting his staff pieces, which are like elongated lightsaber hilts.
Mm-hmm.
And most importantly to me, you're getting a new minifigure around the neck set of headphones.
Ooh.
that is a cool accessory, and it's a
Yeah.
What did I
very
just do?
it's a very common accessory as well. So it's like something added to our library
Wow.
of neat accessory for
Very,
minifigures.
very quick question.
Very
Every
quick
picture I've seen of a Monkey Kid, he has leg printing on the side of his leg. Is
Mhm.
is that just going to be in every set? It's only for him though. I haven't seen it on any other minifigures.
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
but that's because he's the Monkey Kid. You know,
That's
that's
right.
one of the
Yeah.
It's his line.
It's
You're right.
that's one of his
Yeah.
powers.
I'm the
It's
monkey.
side printing.
I'm the Monkey Kid.
Has it
Yeah.
has it been addressed that the voice actor for this guy is the same guy that voiced Sokka from?
Has not been mentioned
Avatar.
in this
We-
podcast, but it's
we-
definitely
Really?
been circling around.
We
Yeah.
haven't
yeah.
we haven't
That's
gotten into,
great.
we have not gotten into the show yet. We're only talking
Yeah.
about the sets to begin with.
Yeah.
I
And
just
I-
want to backtrack real quick because we did get another donation in the super chat by Sir Perry, and this was from earlier when LJ was comparing the set prices between Monkey Kid and 2009. LJ bringing out his Bionicle review info. Thanks again, Sir Perry.
Thank you, Sir Perry. And yes, I also want to tout my finale. I'm still very happy with it. Hopefully, I'm hoping to make a video this year that surpasses it, though. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat set. I like it.
Yeah.
Horrible price per part, but cool set.
I
think
do
it's
like
gonna-
it. I do want it because it's a bike, and I think it's a cool looking bike. And I'm broke, but I do feel like there is another set I'll mention later after I was sifting through some images that might be a contender for what I have to buy when it comes to a bike. But yeah, I'll talk about it in a little bit.
Relatable.
And then he just pulls up a picture of like an actual like Harley Davidson.
Yeah, this is what I'm getting.
I want like, woo! Oh, sorry, Lego. I don't know.
I'm gonna
never
throw
met
some other pictures on the screen while if we're still talking about it. But
No, I think we're gonna go and move on unless someone wants to say something else about the bike.
I
No,
wanted to
but
say
the-
that this, like, if this is like the worst set out of the Monkey Kid set, I would say that this is a pretty good worst set considering, you know,
Agree.
Chima existed for a
I
while.
agree.
Yeah, like a lot of the things that like I have issues with a lot of Lego sets when they do original themes is like really inconsistent and weird color schemes every now and then, like something that's just not coherent. And like
Mhm.
even with the amount of pieces that you have here, you have like you instantly can tell who the bulls are and what kind of arrangements they got. You know, they got their color scheme out there, and it has wide array of like the new parts that they're using here. And like it's been mentioned, like a lot of the Monkey Kid minifigures has a lot of character. They have a lot of cool new accessories and parts in it. And you know, this goes for like the whole new series as a whole, but like this is our first time seeing it. Like the lightsaber hilts is pretty hilarious that it took getting an entirely new theme for us to get Darth Maul's like lightsaber basically, and they hadn't even used it for that. Like this, pretty much, basically, exactly looks like the lightsaber that Darth Maul uses in like the very first Lego Star Wars video game.
Yeah.
It looks so close to it. And but I really do like that part. I really like to like seeing it used across like all these sets. You can see it being used pretty adamantly, and even here you can see it used for the I guess you could like the banner or whatever at the very back there, using those like really small horn pieces that I'm not sure where we saw it the first time, but I remember seeing them in like using the like shaman helmet that we got from the Indiana Jones. I don't know if it's shaman's the right word, but like this weird skull helmet that we got from the bad guy in Indiana Jones.
Oh, the
so seeing,
shaman.
yeah, so seeing those like horns widely available in different colors as well. Like there's a lot of nice stuff here. So this is definitely better than most of the sets, if not all of the Barnacle sets we got in 2009. I will say, even though it's the worst out of this theme. Personally,
Liar.
Bionicle 09 Club. We're gonna have a meeting later. No. Real quick, we did get another super chat again from Sir Perry, who has this to ask: what is the standard for price to part? Because agreed, that is an awful price for such a small set. So
10
keep in mind,
cents.
there is no official Lego endorsed price per part. The easiest metric to remember is $10 per every 100 pieces.
Yeah, that's usually the gauge people use, and of course it's going to depend on the currency. You know,
there's a multitude of factors. That's USD, so if you have a 100-piece set, it's generally expected that it's going to be about $10. And again, that's not an official endorsement of any particular metric.
It goes
by
up and
Lego.
down depending on like the types of pieces.
yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes even if there's like especially if there's something like motorized or like incredibly huge pieces like dinosaurs in like the Jurassic World.
It tends to be the metric that people use just as a shorthand.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 'cause it has that teal like what's it called?
The piece separator.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about that. That's become pretty standard fare for a lot of like bigger sets.
I still haven't gotten a teal one though.
What is that?
They seem to be swapping out the orange one for the teal one in a lot of different places. Like
I'm all for it, man. Teal's beautiful.
Yeah, I like
color.
You guys ready to move on?
Let's go.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it.
The next set is set number 80007, Iron Bull Tank. The set contains approximately 430 pieces and retails for approximately $50. So
Still bad.
teal
Not
man
as
up in
bad,
here.
but still bad.
I'm going to be honest, that is much better, especially considering we have a big fig.
Yep, and it's a brand new big fig too. Super
Sandy.
It's definitely inflate prices. They are very
He
flexible.
bought like Azure. We don't got no big figs in Azure.
Wait, is he Azure or teal?
I think he's that looks brighter than teal.
Azil.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward Azure.
I don't know,
Can I
man.
say a random comment?
Azure that's Azure.
Can I say how much I
Nick-
love this
Nick,
box art?
work on this?
Oh, the box art's great.
The cartoonish like smoke in the background and like the buildings and the style of everything that just juxtaposes with the set so well. It's gorgeous.
Great.
I want to mention something on the side of the box. On every set, there's a cartoon version of the new figure or whatever from that set. So on the last set, it was the what's her face May, and this set's Sandy, and so on. The only one that repeats is Monkie Kid on the final set, which is really
I love
cool
it.
Interesting.
That's cool if you like take care of all the boxes. So you
Yeah,
have,
I mean,
like,
I won't. But it's cool.
But
I
yeah,
won't.
that's cool.
I won't, but it's
adds
cool.
Character, you know, the boxes already are like have like a really cool box art. You know,
Yeah.
sticks out.
I like when the
This set-
box feels like a piece of art in itself.
Yeah.
This
You
set
know,
is
they-
cool for its build, but it has like a function that I find kind of interesting because both parts of it can move like up and down on a Technic lift arm. So like the bull face can open up so barrels can roll out. But then also the turret on the back can also like raise and lower as well. So the whole thing can just move in crazy directions constantly or collapse in on itself.
What? I didn't even notice the barrel thing until you mentioned it.
Yeah. It's got explodey barrels.
That's one thing that's definitely a highlight that I've noticed, like perusing through these sets. Obviously, get more into the other ones later, but the functionality on these is sick. Like, these can do so much.
They have like a very well thought out theme here because of all the aspects of it. I do like that they sort of have like these bulls. I don't know this like the backstory, but they seem to like polluting the city or whatever, and that adds sort of this like drive for them to have functionalities like these, where it's it's not just a very it's not just an odd vehicle, it actually has a function for the way it's designed, Yeah, a lot. There's some Chima sets have some really cool functions, while some just kind of look the way they did because reasons. So I do like this a lot. This feels like a really good Chima set if it was made today, And it just looks. I just really like the whole bull thing, in the front. Like they got the base right.
Of like a Nexo Knights wave that we had.
They do.
Yeah.
It's like a Chima set with a Nexo Knights color palette, except it's better than both.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
agree with that.
Yeah. I will say, of all of the sets that we have, this to me, I won't say it's the weakest, but it's the least appealing to me. And just because it doesn't have anything that really speaks to me. Like, the vehicle is cool from a technical level, and I think from a play perspective, it's going to be really fantastic. But
Absolutely.
It's not my theme. It's just it's a villain vehicle, and then you get two hero minifigures. The conflict in the box isn't strong enough, and I don't have enough build variety. It's just the one thing.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot more variety in what is in the box with the White Dragon horse bike than I am this. So
That makes sense.
This is I would say this is probably my least favorite of all of them, which is still good because it's a good set.
Absolutely. The functionality on this set is, I think, the biggest draw to it, just because, like Meso was saying, you can modify that enemy vehicle in so many different ways, and it has so many moving parts that I think it's kind of, I think it's Lego trying to flex their Technic muscles again.
It's rare to see a vehicle have, like, posability.
Yeah.
But that's what I feel like when I see this, and I'm like, respect.
Is this the future of construction?
Oh,
No,
shut
don't
up.
you know. Listen, Meso 2. Knock it off.
Construction's last hope.
You rookies are already on thin ice because Leo over here is giving you a bad name. He friggin' brought up. Well, no. He has infected Meso, who brought up a friggin' Mega Block set earlier.
It's cool, man.
Shut up.
Talking about Atheon?
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop
No.
it.
Let's continue on with Monkie Kid. I don't
You
want
better.
Andre to kill us.
Thank you, Leo.
All right. Yeah, no, it's a good set. Definitely my least favorite.
All right.
All right. I respect that.
Anything else, guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like your mileage will vary. If you like the variety, like you said, of like having a vehicle and then like some play features on the side, like the locations and stuff, this probably ain't it for you.
Yeah.
I do like the big fig a lot. I'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Sandy
He's like a
pretty cool.
Angie.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on.
All right.
Do it.
Next one is gonna be set number 80008, Monkie Kid's Cloud Jet. The
This
set
one
contains
is so sick, dude.
approximately 529 pieces and retails for about $60.
It's a jet with a bike.
And
That's all I have to say.
and watching the video on it, that's what made me realize, like, oh, maybe I need to save up to buy this one because, well, for me, looking at that bike, it looks more styled like Kaneda's bike from Akira than anything else.
Color scheme is beautiful. Red, yellow, purple. Like, wow, that's
Dude, I love coherent color schemes, man. This entire
Yeah.
theme has so good use of colors.
Ketchup and
all-
mustard gang.
Oh my
Shut up.
gosh.
I think I also really like this color scheme, especially given that. Oh gosh, is that yellow or Keto orange? I feel like that's Keto orange.
It looks more like yellow.
Looks yellow to me.
I feel like that's just the contrast of the images.
It might be.
'Cause I think there's some actual orange like on the wings, but I might be
No.
wrong. I think no.
You're wrong, dude. You're totally wrong.
I don't
No,
know. On,
yeah,
some, on
I-
some
It's
images,
the
it
same
looks
color
different.
as Monkie Kid. It's yellow.
No, yeah, because Monkey Kid
Keto
has a
orange is
Keto orange,
last
like,
hope.
torso, and okay, yeah, no, it is yellow, so it's a good color scheme.
There is some orange.
Yes.
Some very tiny.
I think the plates on the wings is really
Yeah.
small.
But
Yeah,
that-
no, the plates are Keto orange, and then the rest of it's yellow.
Yeah.
So
Still,
fair
though.
enough.
I didn't like
Very-
this set until
very
I
good
saw the
color.
motorcycle.
It adds a lot.
Yeah.
sick. I really like it. I like the vents on the engines. I think that looks
Mhm.
really cool, and the
A
shaping.
dual
Of
functionality vehicle is just way more interesting than a regular jet at this point. The fact that they were able to elevate it is really good.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Very
a
good.
regular jet with a regular motorcycle, they're both like regular, but combined together, you get a lot of value out of it, and that helps. It helps sell it.
this is one of the two sets I do think I will be getting.
Nice.
Love the fishing rod antennas.
Oh,
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, those are always a classic approach to adding them.
We also get the first look at one of the villains that isn't a bull, the Red Sun.
Isn't he
Whoever
like
that
the
is.
main villain or adversary or something?
The red.
Maybe. Red Sun.
No, he's one of the big main villain is like the Bull King, I believe. So I think this is one of his
Yeah.
underlings. I
Or is-
think. I don't know for sure.
Bulking. I wonder what he does in his spare time. Oh, he hits the gym, starts bulking up.
No.
But
I think this is like the set where it begins to really take off. That they've put a tremendous amount of work in terms of like the lore here and the story, as well as like bringing on some of the set designers for the Lego Ninjago movie. Really starts to see here because there's just such a wide and really smart use of parts, as well as it being very dense with detail. And so I
Yeah.
really like this set just because it like you said with the motorcycle popping off is really cool. Like usually those set where it like splits up into different vehicles, there's a lot of I guess you could say sacrifices made, be it like design, durability, how it
to get
looks.
that
But there's,
functionality.
yeah, but there's not really anything be used here, and there's a lot of like I said, smart user parts. I really love like the big engines on the sides, which uses like a part that I just haven't seen in the longest time, and that is like the big yellow boxes, you could say, with like the vents in them, is like a combination of using like that you saw a lot in like construction sets, as well as like these windscreens like here just completely recolored yellow.
Oh,
On
dang.
this, like two of those popped up on this two of the windscreen and two of like the connecting piece, and you get this sort of like really cool bulky shape on the side there, and this like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that's I think that's genius, and there's like a wide use of Technic throughout this set as well for the functionality, as well as making it really durable. So this is a very well made set. I have a lot of props to the designers behind this. And to my knowledge, the guy typing right now on Discord worked on some of these sets, so I'm very eagerly awaiting his comment on this.
Thing.
As we're talking, yeah,
the
we
girl
are- we
reading
are,
this.
We are blessed by his presence once
One
again.
of the legends himself.
Right. So and like this is the first time we're seeing the Red Sun, and I really do like his hairpiece because I think that's new as well. There's just they went all on in with like all the minifigures here.
Yeah.
That have like some sort of characterization. Like it really do feels like you're getting like a really good well-made set as well as cool minifigures with it, and it not like this is the sort of care that we saw so much in like licensed sets, so it's really refreshing seeing this amount of care put on an original IP.
Absolutely.
So I am
thinking that like there isn't really any restrictions of like people picking it apart because it's supposed to be this size compared to this because it's based off of reference material. This is all original and they're just going ham with it. I love it.
It's very
Love it.
refreshing.
Yeah,
Very refreshing.
I do briefly want to mention the Red Sun's hairpiece. It's friggin' awesome. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
great hairpiece.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I am happy.
Yeah, I don't know if
Monkey
it's
Kid's hairpiece is also great.
yeah, I don't know if it's intentional, but it looks like there's like bits of his hair popping up on each side that kind of makeshift like horns. I don't know if that's at least it like makes him look evil or something. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Evil's right.
Yeah.
So, real quick, Nick in chat said Chris Perron and I were on a mission to use some really weird parts and cool colors in the design language of these sets, which makes a lot of sense. It shows.
Looks like mission accomplished from this set alone, man.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
speaking of weird parts and cool colors, you guys want to move on to the next set?
Yes.
Oh boy, here we
Sure
go.
thing.
Okay, now here, before you guys react to it, let me just talk about it for a sec. Next set is set number 80009, Pigsy's Food Truck. Set contains approximately 832 pieces and retails for $70. Okay, go ahead.
Pigsy!
This is my favorite set.
This
This is
feels
such a
like
great set.
Boy.
this feels like a Lego Movie 1 set
Yeah.
in the best way
Yeah.
possible.
Mhm. It's it's like crazy. I love it. I want to buy it when I see it.
It's got a pig with a Gatling gun. That's like reason enough. I don't need any other reason to like it. I don't know what that giant spiky front is, but I love it.
It's a grill, Meso.
It's a grill.
Yeah, it's got like Unikitty like horns recolored red there for the tips.
A pig?
What
Yes.
was that, Ven?
Is Pigsy just a pig guy?
Yes.
Selling
He's
sausages.
their boss.
Oh my gosh! Oh
Yeah.
my! I didn't even realize. X, you're right. He's a pig selling sausages. What the fudge? What the fudge?
He's killing his
Sorry.
brothers. No, I'm kidding.
He has some explaining to do.
Whatever happened?
He may or may not have committed war crimes.
Oh, no.
Who else would be an expert, you know?
The pig Gatling gun thing on the top of the truck. That's not a display piece. That's his uncle.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
Is this in violation of the Geneva Convention?
was
He's got
the,
like so many good
We
details.
need
in the
answers,
interior of
Lego.
the character.
Yeah, no, this is a.
wonderful. I love this
Real-
set so much, man.
It's cool to
Yeah.
see Bionicle pieces like recolored again and still being used. Like I know that the 6-shooter has been used for other themes, but I of course attribute that to being a Bionicle piece since I'm most familiar with it
Yeah.
from G2.
Protectors.
And obviously, in this time, it's in pink, so
Which is
I'm
very
predisposed
rare.
to like it.
It's a very rare color.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
not
So it's a
thankful
rare
to
color.
that.
It's
Just
interesting. that
pink
they
in general is
recolored-
rare, honestly.
Yeah, but okay, Nick, why'd you have to go and do that? Let me have this as a Bionicle piece.
Dude, there's Borak eyes on the rake at the front, man. Don't worry about it.
Appropriation from Star Wars.
No.
There's Borak
You
red
get Borak
colored
eyes.
Borak eyes on the
Yeah, that's
on
not
the rake.
new. I don't think. Yeah, 'cause he wants new stuff.
It's not new, but you know, Bonkel lives on. You know, it died so it could become a rake on a pig car. You know.
Have they used the old Star Wars blaster piece in a while? Because it's in red for the top part, the lights on top of the hood, or not the hood.
Well,
Oh
hey,
yeah, the air horns.
Yeah, they look really nice.
the last time it
Yeah.
was in red was on like a fire truck or something.
Sounds about
if
right.
it was
Bob.
ever in red.
Oh, the
before.
megaphones?
Yeah.
Yeah, the megaphones. Were they on?
Yeah, I
red
was
for,
like,
a
oh
fire pit
yeah,
at
because
one
they
point?
did use them as like Star Wars blasters, like a really
That's
long
what
time ago.
Yeah, that's what I associate them with.
Yeah, definitely see that.
Oh, there's so many stickers on the set though.
Yeah,
But
that's
they're
like
cool
the one
stickers
They are
though. I
cool
really
stickers,
love
no,
those designs.
Yeah.
Sticker
but,
paradise.
mhm.
Generally
this is
speaking,
probably, like- Go
I
on.
like to avoid stickers if I can, but I'll have to make an exception because this is cool usage.
Mhm.
By the way,
Kinda
guys,
just
another super chat from Sir Perry. Yes,
Bruh.
if Mesec keeps bringing up Mega Blocks, can I have his place? I promise to send you completed sets rather than sets of missing pieces.
Man, he went
Wow!
for the he went for the that's the pincer attack right there.
Pieces or not from Meso, just gonna put that out there right now. And second, you can't have his place. I bet you can't even afford his rent. Haha, take that.
Oh my gosh.
Bruh.
got him.
I'm
You-
like,
you can't pay your way
angling
into
for
TTV.
My job. Bruh.
Honestly, I'm tempted to agree just based off that promise of completed sets. Let you know the part count of.
LJ, I'd send you completed Mega Blocks.
Oh my gosh.
Why do you disgrace not only me but yourself in that sentence? It's
Mega
impressive
Blocks is
how
cool,
low you
dude.
stoop.
Deeper right now that you're
Next, you're gonna tell me, oh man, I can't wait to watch the next episode of Boruto.
I mean, how do you know I haven't
how
been
much-
watching it all along?
Gosh dang,
I
you
haven't
just
been-
I'm gonna echo what Sakota said in the patron chat. Hashtag get Meso out 2020.
Oh my god.
How many hashtags have we started now?
A lot.
A lot. This
Many
has
to
a
count.
really good price per part ratio as well.
It's better.
It's $8.32 to $70.
Yes.
Better. I wouldn't. If it was.
Oh wait.
Oh yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking the
wait,
other
wait,
way
wait.
around. Yeah, this is really
Yeah.
good. I was
No,
thinking
that
for
is
some
good.
reason you said $80 and 700
Oh,
pieces in my head. I don't know how.
Yeah,
to,
same.
yeah. What?
I heard you.
There was a glitch in the Matrix. What happened? Oh man, I hate when
Yeah.
my brain gets hacked, dude.
Yeah, man, that happens every time.
Mondays,
Brain attack. What?
right?
Bruh.
Lives on. Problem is though, this has like there's a lot of like big vehicles sometimes where like they can open up and like have a lot of room inside, but there's just not a lot of detail. This thing has a lot of detail on the inside. Like if you're just going through all these pictures. By the way, it's very very refreshing to like get the first look on new sets through like actual Lego shop at home. You just conveniently have all the pictures of the thing you're looking at right in front of you on like one little neat UI. That's pretty nice. Just a nice change of pace. And yeah, you can tell like this is a very well-rounded set. You know, you can like kind of lift up the size and you can just see how much detail it popped in there. You know, he's got his grill and everything, and then some other like technology stuff. I'm not really sure what's on the other side there. You know, it looks like it like doubles up as like a headquarters that can like flip down, and also you flip it around and then it's a restaurant. You know, there's probably like some sort of like headquarters hub or something in the TV show. We don't know yet. You know, that's something that we'll talk more about later. But yeah, as
It's
like
obviously retrofitted for battle with the Gatling gun.
yeah. And that is
love it.
really cute. I really just love that there's a giant pig. You know, this is like the most traditional vehicle from this entire line of sets, and it's a big truck that has a Gatling gun pig on top. You know, that tells you what kind of energy radiates from this theme. You know,
Yep.
Love it.
I love it too, man. The pig minifigure is also really nice. It has like printed eyes. You know, it's a very nice level of like actual molded details as well as print. You know, those two kind of don't clash that well sometimes. You know, sometimes like there's a bit too much detail in a mold, and it could have just been like a little simple print with like some charm to it. You know, but here it's I like him. I like Pig, man. He's cool.
Pigsy.
Pigsy, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone else?
You can be a big pig too. Boy.
No, I'm good.
I'm
All
good.
right, moving
Nod and
on.
smile.
Time to up the price and the part count.
Mhm.
Set number 8, 0010 Demon Bowl King. The set contains approximately 1,051 pieces and retails for $90.
You know,
Price to part ratio.
10,
got better.
15 years ago, Lego would not have dared to have a set with demon in its name.
Not only that, looking at the description here, a brilliant Lego gift idea for kids aged 9 and up. It features a huge
Brilliant
Demon Bowl
gift.
model with many cool features to build and inspire play, such as a Lego light brick that lights up, the torso, stud shooting cannons, a flamethrower, and a big axe. The Monkie Kid, Pigsy, and Princess Iron Fan minifigures each have weapons.
Ooh.
Pigsy has a tactical rake. I kid you
Yeah,
not, with like
tactical rake.
holographic attachments.
It's really bizarre, and I like it.
Dude, it's everything I want from Lego. Honestly.
Tactical
No,
ray!
honestly,
Tactical rake.
Tactical
Other
rake. man.
set that I actually plan to get at some point.
Tactical rake incoming.
Yeah, we
So-
do not get like magenta. Like there is some really cool. Like the whole color palette of the like evil faction is so cool. Honestly, I love like the combination like magenta. I guess that color is, and like purple. We don't really see purple a lot as it is. So whenever I see that alone, it's really nice. You know.
Yeah, no,
Bit of a
honestly,
small beef with this set.
because it's a
All
bowl.
right.
Cool there it might be.
Come on.
So I
someone take
watched
it.
You're Funny.
Thank you.
I watched Just Too Good's review, and I obviously expected this set to have limited posability, no knees, blah blah blah, and it does not have them. There's pretty good posability with the arms, the shoulders go up and down, all around, the elbows can bend, etc. But the head, for some reason, I expected to be on a ball joint. If not a ball joint, then a hinge joint.
Oh,
Like
it's
a big hinge. It's not fixed. It's on one of those tiny hinge joints, like the kind that Titan Motonui's fingers are made out of.
Oh, really?
Those
And-
really small, like ratcheted.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, or at least one that's
Huh.
very like close to its size. So you can raise the head up to like look at the light brick, but then it just comes crashing back down. It has
Not
like
very
zero
stable.
friction at all. It doesn't actually like hold up at all unless you manually hold it up with your hand, which means that the head is, for all intents and purposes, immobile. Really. Which is a bit of a bummer, I won't lie. But that's like the only con that I've observed with it. Otherwise, like design language, coloration, the friggin' light brick, it's cool all around.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool uses of pieces all around. Yeah, like I said, and all it's like there's even like he uses like 4 metal beards on his like feet as well as like the under of his jaw as well, which kind of speaks to like the rugged evil look that a lot of these have.
Yeah.
I like it.
I really like the arm that has like the flamethrower.
Yeah, I love that. I love how it's built. It looks really.
I imagine,
nice.
I imagine, like especially near like the end of it, it's pretty clever.
Yeah. Overall, this mech looks excellent. It's so stylistic. It's so well built. It looks solidly built.
Mm-hmm.
The things that really get me, I like the shoulder. Oops,
Time to
that's wrong.
go. See you guys. No, I'm kidding.
Time to fly, guys. It's very technical. It's reminiscent. So the shoulder attachment is reminiscent of the Voltron mech, the Voltron set that we got a few years back. And I'm seeing a lot of ball and socket connections. Like in the hips, we've got a ball and socket connection or two.
The
In the
shoulders.
elbows, in the shoulders. This
There-
is actual construction.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw it, the first thing I thought of was Witch Doctor.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I kind of thought of the Jurassic Park T-Rex set that we got last summer, LJ.
Oh yeah.
Uses a similar thing on the legs.
Mm-hmm. No,
Yeah,
that's
ever since
true.
they introduced those with the Fire Mech and the Lego Ninjago Mech, the movie one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fire
I've
Mech
been
is
really adamant about using it. It is a very clever collection though, and it does add like a lot of stability with all those ratcheted joints conjoined together. But yeah, it does give you limited like postability. But like the one connection I thought that was really neat though is just like it's using those like rotary things, I guess you could say, like for the way the arms are attached. Like you usually see those on like cranes or something. Like what do you call it? Like a base for like rotating, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And then like the way it's kept together is by being connected to a dude, what are they called? I do not know the English word for it. Oh man, a cog. Yeah, like a cog there. That's like
Yeah.
the friction of a ball joint is on the cog is what's keeping it in place. So there's a lot of like really cool connections around this thing that I quite like.
There's a
It looks
guy in
really
the
fun to build. I'm not gonna lie.
there's a guy in the YouTube chat. This goes along with the construction jokes. This is he said Skull Basher looking real good. He has been reborn,
Slasher perfected, man.
put together with Taurus Demon from Dark Souls to create.
Yeah, gosh.
If
And
I was to get one set, it would probably be this one.
on that note, we did get another super chat from Sir Perry, $2.
Bruh.
Said
My goodness.
Construction's last hope.
Constructions last.
Yeah, no, this is a very impressive looking mech. I'm not gonna get it, but I can acknowledge that it is excellent.
People are
Yeah, I
asking
hope-
like if it's a biomechanical bowl. I don't actually think it is meant to be biomechanical. I think it is meant to be just like a large. Like this isn't a mech. This is like the Bull King.
Yeah.
It's just Echo.
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 Where's that coming from?
It's weird.
I do not know.
I think it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone now.
I
We
didn't
done
hear
did it,
anything.
fellas.
Maybe it was me.
Okay.
That was weird.
Yeah, like it's the big bull. It's just because he's huge. He's a $90 set.
This guy's an actual character. It's not just like.
Yeah.
That's awesome. See, that's another reason why I really like this set. Those are like my favorite kind of sets when you got like the minifigures going up against like a boss fight looking thing.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Yeah, Nick does
Yeah.
say it's a bit of a cyborg thing, so he probably does have mechanical components, but it's still the dude.
All right.
Boss battle, who will win? One monkey guy and a guy and his like pig guy and his tactical rake, or like giant bull monster guy. With
Tactical rake, man.
Colossus.
tactical rake.
Monkey Kid is just gonna like climb on top of this guy and start punching him in the neck.
Dude, Pigsy's the
Balls.
hero we need.
Right in his weak spot in that little tiny ratchet piece that's holding his head up.
The weak spot. The head just comes off.
This
Fatality.
theme does look very promising.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, and I really hope that it does get really popular as well, just to send a good message to Lego, and that like a higher budget sets with like a lot of pieces in it used to great effect is like and like not just licensed themes, so like if they come out with like an original theme where it's big sets using a lot of parts that are like very intricate designs, and colors and everything, that gets popular, they might pop up some more stuff, we might get Exoforce back or something, we don't know.
Don't
But-
tease me like that.
Yeah,
Don't give him
but
hope.
yeah, so like I do like
I'm not strong
I
enough.
like everything these sets represent, so I'm really do hoping like people are going out and buying them, because it looks like they put in a lot of care in these.
Speaking of which, you guys ready for the next one?
Yes.
Yes,
How many
sir.
more?
Yeah,
We have
3.
3 more.
Cool. Let's go.
Awesome.
All right.
Let's hit
Set
it.
number 80011, Red Sun's Inferno Truck. The set contains approximately 1,111 pieces and goes for approximately $120.
Does it actually come with a panda? No, it doesn't.
No, it's just the store. They don't.
Oh,
No,
that's sad.
But what
Panda,
is
though.
what is the relation with the panda? Do they sell panda-related products?
It
Like,
just
what's...
says Panda Store.
They
I
cause
assume it's like a
pandemics.
7-Eleven.
And it's the-
I'm a little
Um,
sad, man. I love pandas.
So
And,
this is what I bought. This is the set that I got.
Nice.
Huh.
Oh, like you actually have it already?
No.
No, I ordered it yesterday.
Oh, okay. I was
What
Why'd
brought
you buy it,
this set over? What is the
I'll
big
just
draw
say
for you?
I
There's like three
really like
figures. That's cool.
I like the conflict in the box. I like the minifigure selection. We're getting a new hairpiece or a new hairpiece recolor, and the panda shop. I like pandas too, specifically because of this group. But I like it. It's a very complex looking item. It has a lot going for it. You're getting you're getting a lot of good minifigures in this. It's a
Get
large
3
expensive
bowls,
set.
man.
3 bowls.
Oh, yeah.
3 bowls. Dude, the detailing on the shop is really nice. Looking at
Yeah.
like that little area with the tree and the fan on the side of the building, that's really good.
It's got a
It's like
detachable
Chicago City type of detail.
ATM on there. Part of what I was talking about with like the versatility and like the functions of these sets, this you can launch a car out of the bottom of the truck, like it turns into like a tricycle hot rod at the bottom.
And then it also pops up like a turret thing in place of
there's a 6
like the
shooter
hard-
from where it
Yeah.
launches from.
Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah,
I
like-
like.
Part of the truck can lift up entirely. Like that's really nice.
Yep. These sets are really cool, man.
Just really cool looking. Like I don't have that much else to say. It's just wow, this is nice.
Yeah. No, it's I will say, the one weird thing is the guy is selling hot dogs in this panda store, and the hot dogs are black. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Is it-
wondering whether or not.
Is it
Like,
panda?
They're
Oh yeah, I
burnt.
like it. Are the hot dogs-
Oh
Are they hot
god!
pandas?
Never mind. This set isn't that cool anymore.
Like, hello,
Probably just
it's
burnt
what-
With the amount of respect that they give pandas in China, I highly doubt they are.
Might just
They're
be a
eating
really
them.
burnt
I
hot
know,
dog.
I know. I'm just like,
It's just
well,
obvious.
what happened?
Oh,
Did they get
It's
they're
synthetic.
left in the oven too long?
I assume so.
Yeah, probably just got burnt.
I appreciate how even after you eject, Red Sun's like bike thing, the set still can like not look horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't
Yeah.
come off as well as the jet does, to be fair, but in its place you don't just have empty space, you have the 6 shooter, so it helps to like still give it that kind of like offensive capability.
Yep.
Yeah, because like big budget sets, then you have like a big enough parts ratio for it to be a very complete looking vehicle, as well as having cool functions, because it's not tied to some sort of license or something.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might be sound like a broken record at this point, but like this is like you get an actual like building as well as a fully functioning vehicle that drops into 2, and like a tiny
Mini
little
vehicle.
like it's a very complete package,
Yeah.
I like that the bull grunts get a little black bike compared to the guy's tricycle. It's just like, what's the point? It's funny. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
even have
walk.
like it even has like little horns of its own, little
Mhm.
bike. It was cute.
One of my favorite things about this is on one of the pictures where the bull guys are like attending to the little bike.
Mm-hmm.
One guy has like a power drill. I love the parts usage of that because it's a Lego mug that's
Oh,
been
wow.
converted. It's been attached to a drill piece, and so it's a Lego mug that's now a power drill. And I thought that was so freaking
really smart.
clever.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's a
But-
very nice use of parts. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, again, I'm a sucker for hair recolors because like I make a lot of people as Lego minifigures. It's kind of a bad habit now because I'll start looking at people and start immediately trying to figure out how I would make them as a minifig.
You're really
So
fast
the
at
fact-
it too.
Yeah. The fact that this has a hairpiece in a new color appeals to me greatly, and it's like it's one I could use. I don't know anyone with that hairstyle, but I could. Yeah, who knows?
Mm-hmm. Maybe
So-
so.
One day, you know, it could be useful.
Yeah.
One day you'll meet
I'm kind
somebody
of
with May hair.
fascinated. I'm kind of fascinated by this bull bicycle that's just kind of there on the side.
It's just, I love it.
I like the
It's
little
so funny.
decal to it to make sure you know it's a bad guy's bicycle. Not sure if he like pedaled up to the fight or something like I'm here. I made
Wait,
it.
what, I'm here?
What happened?
It's pretty
Someone
funny.
order some Uber Eats.
It does have it does have a lot of charm to this theme of itself. But LJ, was the Panda store like the big draw for you to buy this set? The Panda store?
I mean, I had a lot of draws, but I just got the Minecraft Panda set, and so seeing it like this is like a complete package for me. It's a building, it's got a lot of design variety, has a lot of minifigures, as a hairpiece recolor. It's very emblematic of the theme.
Now we just need a panda minifigure to run the panda store. We'll have come full
Collectible
circle.
minifigures, man.
You're in for collecting a lot of Monkie Kid sets then. And this is your starter pack.
This is my starter pack.
Alright.
But okay, no, actually, correction. This is it. This is it for me. I
Yeah,
only
well-
intend on getting this one.
LJ, please.
Well, what do you mean? Please get your own.
I like the little hero vehicle has like a little pig on top. It's
Yeah,
very nice.
I don't know what their official word for it is. I mean, sometimes they call it like rickshaws in English. I know in Thailand they call it a tuk-tuk. I like that it's like a delivery version of that. Usually people use it as like little taxis in Asia. But I like that they added that in there. It definitely like reflects on the culture really well.
Tiny
the
comical wheels are awesome.
Yeah.
I just turned around. I've got the little like from the first Lego movie collectible minifigure series. I've got the Lego Panda guy. So I'm gonna put him in the store.
Oh yeah.
Likewise.
Sir Perry with another donation. $2. Thanks, man. Can't wait for the panda store to win the battle.
It's gonna transform into a mech.
Who would win, Red Sun's
Panda
Inferno
mech, panda
truck
mech.
or a panda store?
Money's
All
on the
right.
Panda store, man. Let's go.
We're gonna take you on a Panda Express to SmackDown.
Hey.
no.
All right. Anything else anyone wants to say?
Not particular.
I'm gonna,
You're good.
the panda's gonna.
No,
come
it is a
to them
very
and
good
go,
set. Reminds me a
"Ground
lot
beef."
of Mad Max as well.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it, actually. I didn't
Yeah.
think about that.
All right. Gonna move on. Second to last. This is set number 80012.
Oh
Monkey
man.
King Warrior Mech. The set contains approximately 1,629 pieces and will retail for $150.
It looks like
So-
Omega Tahu.
This
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 is what I
theme
dreamed
suffers
of.
from something that I think a lot of themes do on occasion, in that their second to last set eclipses the last set in terms of like quality.
Their
Everybody's going
opinion,
nuts over
though.
this mech,
It looks so
like
cool.
way over the boat. From what I've observed.
Spoilers, man. What?
And like it's justified. This set is a master class in
it
mech
have
design. It does not have knees, but it has the
No.
illusion of knees.
Come on,
An
Ben. give me
illusion
some-
of knees.
It's
I
the
guess
it's
I-
the it's
I
the
just
Lego
finished building
special.
the Venom mech, and it has knees. Okay, so
It is a lot smaller and does not need nearly the amount of weight. Like this thing has over
Long-
1,000
much
pieces.
smaller, but
man.
it's just as cool.
A long-term structural integrity.
1,600 is insane.
But yes, this set looks amazing. There's so much detail on this.
Mhm. I
Oh
love
my
It's
God.
bright, cool, and colorful. And also, I thought for the longest time that all the gold pieces on it was like pearl gold, but apparently it's metallic gold all
Yeah.
over.
No way.
Yeah, it's all metallic gold and looks beautiful, and it probably has like the most metallic pieces of any set we've ever gotten this far.
It's insane.
So
Yeah.
this thing not only looks really bright and colorful and striking and is a good build, it's gonna look pretty shiny if you have it in real life, because of all those like really bright shiny gold pieces scattered around.
Honestly, the last time I remember seeing metallic gold in a set was Exoforce. It was, I think, oh gosh dang it. What was the set called? It was like, it had the giant golden shield. I'll find the name in a sec.
I
But-
know what you mean, and like the really big cannon on the other arm.
Yeah.
And it had like the red-haired guy piloting it.
Yep.
Yeah, I
that's
know
the
which
guy.
one you're called, but like the Golden Guardian, is that what it's called? or
Yeah,
something?
Golden Guardian. Thank you. That's it.
Is it literally called Golden Guardian? Let's
It is
see.
literally. I will go ahead and grab it right now. but
Yeah, it is Golden Guardian. Heck yeah,
Yeah.
man. I always wanted that set, but it just never showed up in Norwegian stores, so...
It was sick. It was really, gold set number 7714, Golden Guardian. So I remember this kind of a metallic from that. I think this is different from the Golden Guardian, but I get those vibes, and that transfers into the feeling of the set, which it reminds me of a mix between Exoforce and the Fire Mech from the Lego Ninjago movie series.
Yeah.
I got both, loved both. This is absolutely no different. I will also not get this set because
Womp womp womp.
here is the big problem. This just boils right down to philosophically how I look at mechs, and it's just because how I grew up, which was with Bionicle, and it was with Exoforce.
Yep.
Mechs have articulation in their knees, and unfortunately, I know why. I know why it doesn't have knees. It's been explained time and time again on Twitter by many people who work at Lego, who work on these sets. I understand the rationale. Unfortunately, that is a huge barrier for entry to me. And even if I only planned, like, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not going to play with this. However, the principle to me is it doesn't have the articulation I am used to. And as such, I can't justify spending $150 on what is going to end up being the same function as Ninjago City, which is purely as a display piece.
Yeah, the way I look at it is I could never pay $150 for a statue, because at that point I would just buy a modular building.
Yeah.
Now for me it's also like doubly a thing, because this set runs into like a value proposition thing for me, because at first glance this mech is obviously more intricately designed than the bull mech, but it does not look that much bigger in terms of size or scope. Now it probably is if you look at it height wise, but it costs $60 more than the bull mech. And the reason why that is because it includes the little building and the little mech that the bull dude uses, which on the one hand does make it more of a value. It gives it more of a conflict in a box kind of a thing, because that build is freaking cool and intricately designed for such a small thing. And I mean, even the bull mech, tiny though it is, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's a neat little mini build. But those two things like eat up the parts, to where the actual mech itself, it's a weird like mental dissociation thing, because I see this, I see the price, and I'm expecting, okay, this is going to be $60 more grandiose than the bull mech, and then it isn't, and it looks about the same. And
Yeah.
I'm like, should I pay $160 for this when I could pay $90 for the bull mech?
You could
Because
probably.
you get the bull mech and this Meso, you grab the money.
I'm not made out of money.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that image is so funny to me. Like those kids, like freaking 7-year-olds, are gonna be playing around with $160 mechs.
Like, I'm just looking at that, like, dude, they're just gonna tear them apart if they're playing as
It's
hard
gonna
as that.
break, and then they're gonna cry, and they're not gonna be able
Well,
to
it is
rebuild
10
it.
plus, but yeah, you could definitely take everything else besides the mech in that set, and that would probably be a contender for, like, it would be in the same price range as the cheapest set in this
Yeah.
wave. It would probably
But-
be anywhere from $25 to $35 without the mech.
Yeah. So it is technically a good value for what you're getting, because it does feel more like a complete set. It's just something that I can't.
The main reason
I-
you'd be
I
buying it
can't
is the
rationalize
mech, but then you have to buy all the other stuff to go along with it, which is
Yeah.
jacks it up a ton.
I couldn't justify it personally,
Yeah.
as much as I would like to.
Yeah.
The other thing is, Sakota, you asked, but how much did you spend on Ninjago City? Which is a great question. Spent retail Ninjago City. Ninjago City retailed for $300. Not a purchase that is made on a whim, I'll tell you that. However, to compare the two, Ninjago City had 4,867 pieces and was $300. That's a great parts per price ratio. This, it is less because it's a smaller set. It's $150 for about 1,600 parts. So obviously there's a great disparity between the two. I'm not trying to suggest that people can't or shouldn't buy this set and then just statuette it up. I bought Ninjago City because I knew it was going to stand as an impressive structure in my space. It is an incredibly dense, detailed, complex, and involved process to create it. And even just looking at it, you're just getting so much visually from it. You can't just glance at it and go, oh, I know what that is. You have to spend time taking it all in. And of course, there's the interaction of, and I've done this before, I've shown it off to guests, and they've been immensely impressed because it's an impressive structure. There's so much to it. And I spent close to 16 hours building that. Not consecutively, but timed. Approximately 16 hours to enjoy this lengthy process. All of the details, all of the building techniques, everything that went into it. Not to discount the amount of work and effort and technical skill that has gone into the Monkey King Warrior mech. However, it is at the end of the day still a mech. And the reason I would buy Ninjago City for the price it retails for and not the mech at the price it retails for, even though they're both technically impressive, the Monkey King Warrior mech is a mech, and I can't justify, having grown up with mechs that have all the articulation I've come to expect, spending half the price of a Ninjago City for a set that is less of a mech than I have grown up with spending $20 on. Does that make sense? Like, I can get an Exoforce mech for $20,
But
and it has more play to me in 2008 than this would at 150 in 2020.
Yeah.
But Eljay, here's the thing, right? You know what this thing's made out of?
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's made out of, oh, get this, Lego. And you know what? It's crazy, right? So you it's just Lego, right? You can take it apart. Whoa, right? After you build it.
Whoa.
So here's the crazy part. This is where things get nuts.
Right.
You dig into your collection, you take out some parts you already got, and then you make the knees yourself. Isn't that nuts?
You could mod some knees in there
yourself. You don't have those parts. Go buy them. What do you mean you don't want to spend more money on this set to make it better? Shut up. What's wrong with you?
And that's my thing. See, I'm purist to a fault. Obviously with all my Bionicle sets, because the way I look at it, you can do whatever you want with Lego. That's the whole point of it. You buy it, and you're not, you're buying a recommended model, obviously enough, and you can do with it whatever you want after the fact. However, this is what is being presented to me, so I get to critique it on its merits of presentation. This is the model Lego has designed, they've constructed, they've done focus group testing on, they've done physical testing on, they've spent months, years working this out. And as such, I get to look at it and be like, all right, does all of that work validate my spending money on it? Like, does it in the end make me go, yes, perfect, all right, all of those years of work and effort and time, the presentation has sold me. Because I'm not a mockist. I don't buy sets anymore to use for mocks. Maybe I should. I really need to work on mocking, so I can win Lego Masters Season 2.
training
Start
montage.
with these knees, then.
That's why I
Yeah,
was-
Start with these knees, Eljay. That'll get you to Lego Masters.
Just
Chief.
sell
Well,
the
Ed's
sell the
already
rest
told
of the
us
set
secret to
and put
success
all
a
those
little
pieces
bit
to the
ago,
knees.
So we can do this.
Yeah, no, that's
That's
fine.
just that's my basically everything that Eljay just said echoes my sentiment. Mine is just much like simpler. Like this is beautiful. This is one of the best designed mech Legos ever made. It's like a principle thing. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
And the fact that both mechs suffer from an issue, like the bull mech doesn't have knees either, but he also can't move his head. This guy can move his head, but his knees are like his legs are even more stiff. Like the bull mech has the illusion that they're bent because
Wow.
they're like
Pre-bent
jointed in
knees.
such a way.
These
But,
guys
like-
they kind of remind me of like those giant, what are they, like 10-inch, 12-inch action figures that you'd see in like the, I don't know, like the Marvel or DC section in Target
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
And they got like the only thing you can move on them are the arms, and they go up and down. and they look
Yeah,
all-
exactly. That's what I was thinking. It just comes down to what you like to display because I mean, you guys like to have like big pieces like Ninjago City or whatever. Like you find that impressive. There's plenty of people that enjoy putting up action figures, and this would be a bit more bang for their buck because like some action figures are freaking expensive, but like this you'd have to put together before you put it on display. That it just comes down to what you like for sure.
And of course that does, you bring up a good point. It does go without saying, and I should mention it, you are still getting the experience of getting to build and construct it. And that is it's a completely different layer to all of this. Because I even mentioned with the Lego Ninjago City, like I spent 16 hours working on that. That's such a wonderful, valuable amount of time, and not a second of that time I ever felt was wasted.
Yeah.
It was so involved, and so it gripped me the entire. I've never had an experience like that building a Lego set.
That's definitely like
And I'm
the number
sure-
one thing for me.
I'm sure people are going to have the same experience. I mean, a different, unique experience, but an experience nonetheless building this as well. It's just, to me, I cannot justify a mech where I have all of these different expectations being this amount of money and not having the same,
You
not
got called out, LJ. Bionicle forever
Yeah,
in the
no, I-
YouTube chat. You wouldn't buy
Yeah,
it
well,
anyways. You've had needs.
Bruh.
Yeah, so Bionicle forever in YouTube chat. But let's be honest, even if it had knees, you wouldn't get it, LJ. It's just an excuse for saying you don't want to spend that much. I'm sure, benefit of the doubt, I'm sure they're joking. Just in case anyone does feel that way, I'll refer to the literal last set we just talked about. $120 is not a mech. I bought that. Bought Ninjago City. It's $300. So money is not my concern. It's not. It's the
Money
principle
is
of the matter.
not the issue here.
It's
See,
not.
I took note of like that mentioning like an action figure where it's like you can barely move its legs, but like you can move its arms and stuff. You know, right? This thing came to mind though. I feel. You know what I'm saying? This was also.
Let me see what you posted. Listen here, pal. That also doesn't cost $150.
True that. True that. I mean,
Can
I just
say my
I just,
favorite thing?
All right.
Yeah, say your favorite thing.
Unironically, my favorite thing about this set is this. Not even a joke. It's really freaking cool. It's
the
Nimbus.
cloud.
It's the Nimbus cloud.
Yes, the Nimbus.
It's Monkey King, the freaking Nimbus.
Yes.
Now all I need is my Goku fig.
Oh my
and-
gosh. Gee,
And I'll
I
be
wonder where
complete.
Goku got it from.
Exactly. He's like, it's really good.
Oh, it's randomly bad
Monkey
over here.
King looks like his smile is like from a Cartoon Network cartoon.
Well,
It looks like he has the gumball
Yeah, it looks
smile.
very
Oh my God, the
California
Cal
arts.
arts. The
No,
Cal
again.
arts.
Yeah, the CalArts minifigure right here. It's cute
Oh,
though. I like.
I really
I also
like
like the
building.
printed like heart tiles that are peaches.
Yeah.
That's really neat. That's like a really cool way of getting those
I
out
was
there.
just
You know,
thinking about all of the recolors that are actually on this set, like the.
dude, this entire theme is so many
Yeah.
recolors, man.
But the on the elbows of the mech, the heart pieces used there. I just saw those. We see the extended lightsaber hilt pieces in gray instead of gold on the knees too.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's just, and this is one of the few times that I've found myself looking at a set that has the like the vinyl pieces, and I can say, you know what, I like how that looks 100%.
Oh yeah, it does make a lot of sense for them existing here. You
Yeah.
know, it really adds to the whole overall look, and you know, like the colors used on the vinyl pieces as well, and the amount of detail matches what you see throughout the mech as well.
Okay, I might have my own reservations about the vinyl dragon wings for the Ninjago sets, but I can look at this and go, you know what, that looks great.
I think if they had used solid pieces, like actual pieces, and then put a sticker on top, it'd probably draw out more ire than just using the vinyl instead for the detail.
Because it would be more stiff. Look more stiff,
absolutely.
And look more like armor instead of like cloth or whatever. What it's trying to do.
Yeah, this thing also has like huge cloth as well for like the cape
like
that you see in
really
the
long,
back.
really long cape that goes up to its feet. It seems, which is really cool.
Yeah,
I like this set. But
I think this set is like I don't care too much for the articulation, but like looking at this set, like presentation wise, it's
very solid,
incredibly cool. Like this is not something that we get from Lego every now, just like a big monkey mech wielding like a big like anyone that's familiar with Journey to the West will just be like, oh, you got Journey to the West mecha from Lego? That's cool, man. You know, it brings a lot to it. I just like big mechs like this, and like trying to build my own like big mech for a pretty long time. There's a lot of work that puts into like getting the level of articulation at all and it being stable. You know, and it actually like it's pretty hard to make like these big humanoid figures like this, you know.
Yeah.
And they really need to put stuff like weight into account, and there's always like more detail to fill out, you know. And for all the angles and like the reviews that I saw, there's like details filled out just about everywhere, which I can very much appreciate, you know, that when like huge mechs like this like looks good from all angles. So I'm a huge fan. Like I want this set. It's one of those that I want, and like I was really confident in me being able to get it because like I have some leftover sets that like I can trade in. But that is no longer a plan which I can execute. As we were informed, this will only be available from Lego Shop at Home and Lego retail stores. So whether or not I am able to get this is we will see. Maybe not. You know, if I win the lottery tomorrow,
ship to Norway.
2020.
It does, yeah. But the issue then is budget, is money on my side, because like previously I could trade in a bunch of sets that would cost me 0. Now it would cost me more than 0. You know, so
Shocker.
There's more to account for there.
We need to send the Monkey King ship. Monkey King ship.
I really love like these are like crazy. Like I bought the like Gorilla Mech from Shima, for example, just because it was like a really neat, like cool thing that they made a mech out of. You know, it's not just. And that it's just really cool. I like it, honestly. It has so many cool colors. It's so well made, you know. Like I really like how the proportions here are, you know. Like there's so many ways I feel you could go wrong with a huge mech based on a monkey that's holding like a big stick, and they made this look as beautiful and striking as it is. So I'm very impressed. Like there's no exception with the quality that we're getting from these sets. So this is definitely one that I want to get. And I hope to as well.
All right.
A few brief things. First of all, there are like fruit printed parts coming off.
Yeah,
like
the peaches.
Yeah, they're peaches. Somebody mentioned, I don't remember who. Somebody mentioned I can use those as like Lego mangosteen.
Oh,
no.
No.
That's just peachy.
No.
That's
just
heresy. Nothing like mangosteen. Never.
That's just heresy. Elders of Mangosteen purist.
Correct. The other thing is, as a follow-up in the YouTube live chat, Bionicle Forever was saying, "Don't worry, I'm joking," which is why we give benefit of the doubt. I figured it was.
You're a funny dude.
You're good, bro. You're good. All right.
Also, one more
Yeah.
thing though that I thought is just funny, and that like the little thing that we know about the story is that like he finds the stick and becomes the chosen one and stuff, and he's always got this like action pose on the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
On this one, you know, instead of his like stick, because that's being wielded by Monkey King, this one he just has a cell phone.
Yeah.
So I'm just imagining
got
him
him,
sitting
gotta
in
call
like
him
that
the true
huge
king.
like he's just sitting in this huge monkey mecha on his phone. It's just like, I'm gonna have to call you back. I'm fighting a giant bull right now. You know,
He's got to use the app.
Yeah,
Can I connect the app to the Mech?
Yeah.
It's time for some monkey business.
Quick question. Are those bananas in gold being used on the helmet?
Yes, those are gold metallic bananas.
Those are really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
if
like
you
the
want,
gold.
Oh, banana.
you can use that for like a Donkey Kong mark. 'Cause
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they have
Oh my
like
goodness.
gold. Yeah, so there's you know, like Nick said earlier here, they went pretty crazy with like recolors of parts. You know, they're reaching new heights. You know, gold bananas. What's next? We'll know. And black sausages, that we've had before though. We got that in like Atlantis at some point.
You ask what's next, and I'll tell you what's next. Tell him, LJ.
All right.
Hold on. Sakota made a proposition, which is probably bad if the Lego designers are tuned in. LJ, would you buy the kneeless mech if it had Lego mangosteen?
Honestly, I would not.
Bruh.
So when it's between mangosteen or articulated knees, you choose.
It's gonna have to have. Never mind. Not just something else besides Lego mangosteen.
If there's like a specific, like a building technique that referenced something, or if it was like a sticker, then absolutely. But if it's a mangosteen piece that's like printed, I'm just gonna get a buttload of those off of BrickLink.
True that.
I'm sorry.
Let us talk about the last set.
Yes.
Okay, let's
yes.
talk about what is technically the flagship set of this wave. Set number 80013, Monkey Kid's Team Secret HQ. Set contains approximately 1,959 pieces and will retail for about $170. So this, as Meso alluded to earlier, is a great way to illustrate two things. One, it is a great set to compare the Monkey King Warrior Mech to, because if you're choosing between these two, you're likely to go more for the Mech because it's still impressive, but at a smaller price point than this. And two, this set is deceiving. It is completely deceiving because it does not look like the price or price point that it's at.
My mind was really blown earlier.
I recoiled in like physical disgust when I first saw the price of this set because I was like, in what possible conceivable universe would this janky looking boat cost 170? Like this looks like a $70 set just from the outside alone. Those pods could be hollow. Those cubes could be like hollowed out for all I knew from the first picture.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was even much to it besides that exterior look.
Until you see it opened up. And then it kind of makes sense because there's quite a lot here in terms of interior design.
A lot.
You see it unfolded on the back of the box, and they really jam-pack this thing with interior details. And I mean,
For
you can't even
makes a lot of sense.
You can't even say like, oh, it's just a wall because it's a boat that unfolds into a wall. Like
there's so much to this wall.
It technically is a fully fleshed out interior design, which you don't often see. And if the functionality really is just as simple as you fold it up and then it clicks into place, if there's really no like rebuilding involved,
It is.
That's
There's no
awesome.
rebuilding.
That is
really
freaking cool.
You just open it up.
Yeah,
Just open
It's
it up,
crazy.
lol.
that's
You
pretty
open it up,
jamming.
it's got all of that functionality, but it also has a mech and like 3 water skis.
And also all the Monkie Kid cast. Like if you are like a huge Monkey King fan and like the series is just alludes to, you know, then you get like the entire cast as well as like their entire hub, you know, they're kind of like
Base.
mission vehicle here, you know.
Mhm.
Like I think this thing looks extraordinary, you know.
It's pretty
Thing
jamming.
for like a Monkey Kid fan, that's for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
cool details. You don't often see something like this where it doubles as a location and a vehicle with no rebuilding involved. That's pretty commendable, if I do so say.
Same energy as like the Nexo 9's Fortrix, you know, but just on like a much bigger scale.
For sure.
And I also like that it's just like it's not the type of boat that we usually get in terms of this shape.
Not like
And
the
like
other boats.
and these like I guess you could call them like cargo boxes or something. These are like very well detailed. Like there's no sort of like place that's very lacking in this set. So like it is very expensive, yes, but like I said, it does have a lot of the care to detail, functionality, and bright colors that you see in the other sets as well. So it is you know, like if you got the money, you know, then there's you get what you're asking for.
2 things.
My
catch
one
my eye with
complaint-
the, Go ahead,
ahead.
Meso.
My one complaint is I hate the mech. It looks stupid. There have been way better mechs at this scale, like released in other sets or even just as part of sets. The legs, the fact that they're like half pillar piece, half like bushing piece. It's like just
The same.
all.
It kind
all
of looks
my
like they
no.
scrapped things
Yeah, like-
together, like they salvaged something. They put it into
I
mech.
do agree on that. Like like the line of mechs that we got with the Thanos mech guy, like all those kind of look better than this one mech that we get here.
That's like
I'm-
one of my only complaints.
It's probably smaller,
I've been
though.
conditioned to mechs like this, so like this doesn't bother me because it reminds me.
Mexo
I keep
Force.
on getting reminded of this mech. Let me get the picture. It's an Exoforce mech because of course it is.
Bruh, Exo Force fanboy.
I want to fight. It reminds me of the River Dragon set number 8111.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
comparison. That's a really good comparison.
Yeah, it just reminds me of it, so I'm kind of already accustomed to it. Honestly, the thing that ticks me off most about this mech, this tiny one, is that it's done a really good job of making me believe it had CCBS shell pieces on the arms at first
Constructions,
glance,
false hope.
only to realize that it doesn't at all.
What made you think that it, like on the arms, like with the figure?
Yeah.
The forearms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh,
Because I've seen CCBS shells used that way, and when I didn't look at it very closely, so at first glance I was like, "Oh, cool! It's got shell nothing. Never mind."
CBN is like literally dead. It's most. I think it's been completely like phased out aside from like 4 pieces, and it's very sad. It's like lost legs, the 6 shooters which aren't even CCBS pieces.
Appropriated by Star
Actually,
Wars.
might just be those 2. Oh wait, no, the Star Wars Construction shoulder armor pieces. Those are still in use.
Yeah, and then technically, like the hand piece.
Yeah, regular sockets.
Yeah, so
That's about it. It's
Wasn't
very
there, like,
upsetting.
a Buster set or something that used CCBS shells too.
There was a
Yeah,
few
that
years
was like-
ago,
yeah.
back when it was still in use. But anyway,
it has a lot of color to it, as well as it being of this size. Like considering the price point and the amount of parts in it, like it has nearly 2,000 parts. There's very little like really big parts. So like the chunk of this is going to be just a lot of detail and intricacies in the build to keep it secure and functioning. So you know, just building this thing, like the biggest parts that I can see is like I would say like the teal billboard that you see, and like some of the like Technic car panels, I guess you could see that were used on the sides. But yeah, otherwise there's just very small system parts all around, you know, to make up this entire thing.
Yep.
I like the little blue cat with the orange
Yeah.
mohawk and
Yeah.
the yellow recolor of the 6-shooter piece.
Yeah, 2 new recolors in one theme. Time for some Protector remakes.
Oh my goodness.
Pink Protector.
Yellow protector.
Protector of pink and protector of yellow.
Protector
Yes.
of pig and protector of banana.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh
this is
yeah,
good.
like you get the turret and it like pops up and then you turn like the little wheel or something they have.
Yeah, I
on
saw
top.
that
yeah,
in the
the barrel
pictures that
thing
Coda
too.
posted.
That's really neat. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
I like
cool
it.
to see that they made like a vehicle, like a big boat of this size, where there's no sort of like boat base or something that
Mhm.
they worked with. It's literally all just system and technic to keep it together there. So like
Yeah, it's really
just
cool.
making a
It's
set
like,
of this size is quite an undertaking.
went on such a journey with this set. I like did not like it, and now it is like ironically one of my favorites. It's just most people seem to be like not realizing how good it actually is because of the Monkey King mech, which just kind of blinds people.
Yeah, I
because
mean,
of
I
its,
didn't
like-
know until today about how much there was inside of it. I just thought it was a freaking boat, and then I watched
did
the
I.
video about how it freaking opens up and all the other stuff comes out of it. Like, wow, this is so much more than I thought. They've done a really good job with the functionality of this whole theme. and
Hopefully,
this
people don't
shows
sleep
it.
on it.
Yeah, like I said, I want people to buy these sets to send a clear message to Lego where it's like, hey, we want very high budget, intricate designs for non-licensed themes as well.
Yeah.
And you guys can have the freedom to go as crazy as you can with these themes so that we get cool sets like these.
Yep.
That's what I like about the line overall, but it's what kind of made me go towards Hidden Side and now towards this. It's these like crazy builds compared
They're
to like,
trying to move back in
Yeah.
that direction.
which is like
Right.
something I would like connect to like the Lego movie sets, but now it's like a new theme, which I like a lot more. That's not connected to something else, of course, a TV show, but
It's not
So-
Ninjago. Finally.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
not finally not
Same.
something appropriated by
I,
Ninjago.
I like
had,
Ninjago.
I think for me it was like the fact that it's not a Ninjago thing. I like it a lot more. If this was like a Ninjago like wave or whatever, I would have no interest in it. But now,
Yeah, I
seeing-
know.
That's so weird. I don't get that.
I just for me it's like I could see like how I treated Bionicle in the last few years. It's like I wasn't there for the story at like near the last 2 or 3 years, so I'm like I have no interest in these characters or sets. But with Monkey Kid, I can see like, oh, this is new. These are like unique characters, and not like getting 20 ninjas that I don't really care about.
Here's my thing. You don't have anything to care about these either.
I don't.
Like
But the
you're
thing
interested because it's different, but
It's different.
but you don't have a basis for care yet.
Not yet, but I already like the
Maybe.
minifigure selection more. Like pig. I love the pig.
Which is,
I'm gonna always go back to the pig.
it's still super weird to me. Like
Mhm.
you could swap this out for a Ninjago wave. You could like take the name Monkey Kid off
Yeah.
and say, all right, this is Ninjago, year of the Monkey King or something like
Mhm.
that. And while there's a stylistic difference, obviously, given that it's some of the lettering on some of the buildings,
Mhm.
what the actual characters and vehicles are, like if you did make it Ninjago, there really isn't a fundamental change. There's this heavy push, this anti-Ninjago push, and this is what I wanted to talk about before we start talking about the sets.
Mhm.
There's this weird conversation going on right now, the schism that is formed, where people are saying that this is going to be the Ninjago ender. This is going to be what's going to
The
take the Ninjago killer. This is what's going to really rival Ninjago and really bring it down. And I don't get that. There's a lot of anti-Ninjago sentiment because I guess people are still like, for some reason, bitter that Ninjago's taking away their castle or taking away.
I mean, I somewhat understand this.
Taking away their Bionicle,
I somewhat understand this, not in the sense that I feel it, because I love Ninjago, but there is the belief that Ninjago is basically it's hoarding sub-themes that could be used in other themes, licenses,
Mhm.
or even just Lego staples. and it's repurposing them to fit Ninjago's like goofy, kid-oriented, action theme nature. There was a lot of pushback to this most recent wave about it, but it's been going on for a while. The last season with the pyramids and the fire snake, people were like, okay, this is would have been really cool if we could have gotten like Pharaoh's Quest 2, where we had like actually gone in like with adventure.
That's the thing. It's like I feel like with a Ninjago in recent years, I'm being forced to go for it for certain things. Like I just want a simple Lego castle. Oh, they don't have any because the only ones that exist are in Ninjago. Oh, okay, cool, great. But can I just have a castle that doesn't have a bunch of freaking ninjas or motorcycles on top of it?
No.
What the heck?
I think that's a good way to put it. That's also kind of the reason why, like, for so long I've been away from Lego, and this has brought me back in, along with like stuff like Hidden Side. It's something different because when I go to like Target or something, see the generic the same sets like City, Ninjago, Star Wars, and all that. I'm like, I have no interest in these. It's been I just connect. To me, it's all one blob, right?
Like if you don't care for any of the like the licenses that they have, like you're not a Star Wars fan or you're not an Overwatch fan, then you're not gonna find any reason to go for those. You're just gonna look at those and be like, oh yeah, that's cool, but like that's not what I'm here for.
Exactly.
And then the only alternative that Lego offers is their one original thing, their one original IP, which is Ninjago, which is already kind of a niche as it is.
Yeah.
Because it's their only thing. So it's like, if that doesn't work, then nothing else will, unless you just happen to be a fan of their licensed themes, and that sucks.
I mean, even with stuff like Star Wars, it's like the same X amount of vehicles, X amount of buildings they can do, and for me, I haven't bought a Star Wars set in years because it's like, oh, I already own an X-Wing, or I already own this. I'm like, why would I? For a minifigure, I'm like, I can buy that separately at some point.
The thing that's really it perplexes me is this. See, Castle hasn't been a fixture well before Ninjago did a Castle-themed wave. Like, it just hasn't. Like, Ninjago didn't take that away from you. Castle just hasn't been a thing.
People hated Nexo Knights way more.
Yeah, Nexo Knights also
the Lego took away Castle. Yes, for sure. But they brought it back. But the thing was, they said, hey, if you want Castles back, you're gonna have to get it through Ninjago now. That's how it is now.
But if you want a Castle back before that, you
get a cool motorcycle, you got to get that through Ninjago now. If you want a cool mech, you got to get that through Ninjago now. You want your Exo Force back? Ninjago's the closest thing.
Oh, it's like
I mean, we've been talking about this for a while.
The thing that perplexes me is that, like, how is that a bad thing?
No,
it's a bad thing if you don't like Ninjago.
Yeah, like
it's a problem simply because of name association.
You don't care for any of that.
See, that's the thing. This is
the premise of like, oh, it's about ninjas with elemental powers. Then you're not going to look at, say, the cyber video game themed Ninjago sets. The first thing you're going to see is the Ninjago title. You're not going to look at the set and go, wow, that's a really cool cyber themed set. You're going to see, oh, it's the ninjas again. I am immediately turned off of that. Like, depending on who you want. If you want off of that,
Eljay, there's two things that we can illustrate to make this ideology, I think, more relatable to you and me specifically. Number one, franchise fatigue.
Yeah.
Yep.
People are feeling. Number two, look at it from a bit of a different variable. Instead of trying to understand why people are irritated at Ninjago cannibalizing traditional Lego sub-themes, look at it from the perspective that you and I have talked about before about Ninjago cannibalizing other story themes. Nothing can survive so long as Ninjago is popular and is like the
but I also don't. That doesn't matter to me because I like Ninjago. Ninjago is a good story theme.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'd say it's a good story, but not everyone likes it.
You don't know.
Here's the thing.
Wavelength.
There's a difference between that's not really for me, and finally something to take Ninjago down.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
I agree. I agree.
That latter one is a problem.
I was saying, like, I'm not in that park of, oh, I want Ninjago to die. I'm in the park.
No, you aren't. I'm talking about like this Twitter discourse. Like people are actively looking forward to this finally taking Ninjago down. Like
I
that's
think
silly.
personally
I
that
don't think it
I
will.
think it's opinion
I think that's pretty
extremism. I think it's people that are there that are experiencing fatigue towards Ninjago that are just taking the opinion and cranking it up to 11 so that it gets more publicity because
Yeah.
quite frankly the internet just does that.
I'd like to add something eventually because I have not been able to jump in at all. I would say it's more along the lines of fatigue, but definitely with a bit more vitriol added. This is kind of the same thing with why you guys like advertise your shows to me, and I like never jump on board with them just because they're like lengthy at this point. When it comes to Ninjago, I feel like there are cool sets, and I do want to buy some of them, but then I don't actually feel any allegiance towards any of it because I haven't like really looked into what backs the set. I don't really care about the story behind it, and I don't want to have to catch up on it when it comes to things like Monkie Kid or like Monkie Kid or Hidden Side or just like a show that's new or like only a season or two long. It's just new. It's easy to get into. It's much more accessible. That there's some I can hop right in and I can learn about it as fast as possible without having to go back through like years of development to get to that point.
There isn't that obligation to go back and look at 10 years of story just to feel like you can justify that you're interested in something.
To get the most value out of what you want to buy, which is technically not for it. Like
I can tell you people looking at like the cyber themed Ninjago sets and then you compare that to season 1 of Ninjago.
Dakota, you are the reason Bionicle died.
You killed Ninjago.
I mean, what you just described is quite eloquently. It's the problem that Lego, faced with Bionicle, trying to get new people into the lore after 10 years. Yeah. My point of reference, I always believed that, with Construction, we were always talking about Bionicle, Hero Factory, blah, blah, blah. I wanted a world where we could have multiple things running at once that didn't necessarily cannibalize each other. So I don't look at Monkie Kid as being like the Ninjago killer, because from all reports, Ninjago is not going away. I look at it as, hey, maybe Lego's finally going to try to have some variety here and have multiple concurrent themes that get focus and development and budget, not like Chima, which never really got the attention it deserved, at least in the storytelling department. Never like Nexo Knights that got axed before it could even complete its story.
Another good point. It's not even necessarily like another thing too is like it's not even necessarily that Ninjago will take up other themes. Is that because there's so much resource pumped into Ninjago and making that like as broad as it is, you don't get enough of those resources pumped into other things. Unless they're licensed, because of course Lego needs the money.
What's it called?
G2 is doomed to fail.
Yeah, things like
let's not open that can of worms.
What's it called? Nexo Knights.
I still I want variety as much as anyone else. Obviously, I'm not advocating for Ninjago to be the only story-driven theme. Like, I'm glad we have multiples. I'm not on board with this. See, the whole thing about the length of it being a barrier to entry, to me, it's never been a strong argument, because I've never been of that opinion toward anything. Like, oh, there's too much of it. That's a defeatist attitude to me. It's like, all right, you haven't given up because you never started. There's nothing to give up on. Like, you've never actually put the energy toward trying.
It's not about giving up. I just don't want
to.
I agree with you, Eljay. I'm of a similar mindset.
Yeah, like there's always the question of accessibility and like.
Yeah. I mean, Ninjago's super accessible. It's super easy to get into. And I get that the length is intimidating.
But there will be effort with it being so lengthy and having so much behind it, It is a luxury issue, but it's still an issue nonetheless.
Especially getting caught up to modern times, considering that not all of the show is on, say, Netflix at the moment.
It's always going to be effort.
Then it comes to the question, like, is it even worth the effort? Like, why should you even have to go through that kind of effort?
It's like, what if you get to the end and you're like, wow, this was not worth it. I didn't like it at all.
Exactly.
And you just end
Well,
up hating
that's an
it.
issue that you can take with pretty much any
Yeah, I
course
mean,
of
yeah,
media
obviously,
now.
it's with
It's like,
anything.
oh, I watched a bunch of seasons of this show that
And
was
now
really
it's
good for a
bad.
while,
And
and then the last season they kind of just threw everything out the window. You know, she just forgot about the flea, etc. You know.
the what's it called? The thing would be, I feel there would be more of a problem. It was like, let's say, like, oh, you want Castle? You have to buy these Ninjago sets, so we know that you want Castle back. That would be a problem. But
Yeah,
the
and
whole
that's
like
an issue,
the
'cause, like,
but the appropriation isn't that big of a
Here too is
deal.
that to incentivize Lego to make those kind of sets, you have to kind of buy into what they're already offering. If it's something you don't,
I don't think that's.
I mean,
I'm gonna be the cynical guy who speaks completely from a place of ignorance, because I'm like a 22-year-old dude who's never worked at Lego and has no, I don't know their sales.
noticed.
But here's my belief: Lego doesn't make classic space, classic castle, because classic castle and classic space don't sell. The market's moved on. They don't make pirates because pirates doesn't sell.
Well, whoa, hold on. Don't go into pirates, because I'm about to bring up pirates. And
We're the pirates. What?
But kids
Pirates-
do like original IPs with stories and cartoons, and they blend those sub themes into what is modern and what does sell, so they can get a new life and still be integrated into like kids' culture, so that maybe one day they'll be into that stuff.
Yeah, I'm also gonna be cynical as well, and this might be a heretical stance to take, but yeah, classic space is classic because it is
Classic.
It's
because it's classic.
It's
Right.
It's no longer present, and like Lego will obviously they will incorporate that into modern themes. We've seen classic space have a small resurgence with the Lego movies, but you have not seen a
full theme.
substantial return outside of those avenues. Now there is an
When
exception.
was
This is where
Galaxy Squad? Let's see.
there is an exception to this that I feel defeats the point about you need to buy into Ninjago to buy into a sub theme, and that's pirates. Ninjago has already done a pirate sub theme. They did it back in what 2016 was it?
What, the Sky Pirates?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sky Pirates.
Dude, the Sky Pirates were cool, man. They should do like a whole Sky Pirates thing of his own. Like I was a big fan of Ninjago, but like I bought those Skybound sets, man. Sky
Yeah,
Pirates, I'm in. Let's go.
you wanted Sky Pirates, but you had to get it through Ninjago.
Yeah, and like, but that's an example of like a very obscure theme that I don't think would get like steampunk pirates in and of its own in any sort of theme. So I'm kind of popped into that, you know, because there's nothing that was stealing from.
The thing is, it was pirates, and we didn't have pirates anywhere else at the time. The theme came and went, and we continued to not get pirates.
Yeah,
And now
'cause
this year,
on Ninjago.
no. Here's the thing: you're not going to buy into Ninjago to get the theme you want, because pirates didn't come after Ninjago did pirates. We are getting pirates now, though. We have a Lego Ideas set, Pirates of Barracuda Bay, and we also have set number 31109, Pirate Ship. It's a creator set, and I'll go ahead and post it real quick. It's a 3-in-1. There we go. It's a 3-in-1 set. It starts as a pirate ship, and it transforms otherwise into kind of like this alcove, and then a building. I'll go ahead and post that picture as well.
We'll say that it's interesting that one of these sets is a Lego Ideas set, which
And
is
that,
straight.
We're not getting a whole theme, but we're getting a little bit pirates scattered every there and there.
that's fine. One of them is Lego Ideas, though it is to pirates how Sakota's Bionicle project is to Bionicle.
Yes,
It's a brilliant homage. The thing is, it's entirely independent of the pirate ship, the creator set.
yeah.
Like, Ninjago did not produce this, nor did it subtract it, is my point. And that goes for everything. Like, there is a reasonable argument to suggest that Star Wars is inhibiting classic space. I think there is a point to be made there because Star Wars is so predominant.
I think another thing that people are doing is that Walk brings up a good point. I sort of doubt Monkie Kid is planned to go on more than 3 years, and he's probably right. But Ninjago and Bionicle, by extension, because it started this, have kind of burned in people's mind, and I think Lego's mind too, that something is not truly super successful unless it becomes a juggernaut that can go for like 10 years.
I don't know about that.
Like,
Yeah,
I think people have a tendency to look at 3-year themes or themes that go less than 3 years as a failure, when that's not the case.
Well, yeah, because like we've said before, the 3-year benchmark is not. It's not a Lego benchmark. It is a fan benchmark, because we are of the understanding that Lego will plan themes for a total of 3 years in advance. So if a theme started now in 2020, then our understanding is that it has been planned until roughly 2023, right? And so if it meets that 3-year planning, like if it goes for 3 years, then it has fulfilled that initial stage. We see this in a lot of different themes. We saw it in Chima. We saw it almost in Exoforce. We've seen it in almost Nexo Knights. We see it in a lot of different themes that crop up and kind of go to the wayside. They last about 3 or so years. And so that is that they were planned for that. They ran that long. They ran their course, and they're done.
Yeah.
Some of them exceed this, and those we consider to be really successful themes, such as Bionicle, such as Hero Factory, such as Ninjago. However, there, like you were saying, Meso, there are levels to that success.
And like with this theme, I don't exactly think people need to worry about this being the Ninjago killer, because let's be real, let's be honest, this theme is not getting a worldwide release. This theme is getting a limited regional release.
That's not who they're
Lego
competing
shop
with.
at home
Yeah.
and Lego stores. I guarantee the sales ratios are going to be on very different planes.
The thing is though, like it's very similar to like the whole thing of like people like trying to figure out what's like the best class in Destiny. They're like kind of debating with each other. The thing is that you're all consuming the same thing at the end of the day, So like the biggest difference between Ninjago and Monkie Kid is one of them is gonna sell like hot fire in China, and the other one's gonna sell like hot fire outside of China.
Yeah.
So it is Lego, but like this is definitely like you said, this thing can maybe go on for 3 years, but there is a lot of people in China, at least at the moment that this podcast is being recorded, and so this Monkie Kid series might be a running theme for a very long time, depending on its success.
Yeah, let's hope so. Ben?
Yeah.
You gonna say something?
Yeah, I gotta get going. But this has been fun and enlightening, and now I know how much Eljay loves the bee's knees.
Farewell, Ben.
See you, Ben.
Farewell, Ben.
See you, dude.
Talk to y'all later. Thank y'all.
Yeah, I just want to highlight a comment that kind of echoes that hope that it stays for a long time from my main man Stephen Villman. I really really hope that this Lego theme will last longer than the Lego Legends of Chima theme. Thank you. Thank you, Stephen. I feel the same way.
Goodbye.
A super Chima fan.
I also hope that it's nothing like Chima.
I like the bright, cool colors we're getting.
Oh,
so
yeah.
more of that.
The color scheme is really nice for a lot of these sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comment from Eye of the Wolf from the patron chat.
Yeah.
Like I said, the sets won't really affect their competitiveness. It depends on how the MK series will go.
What?
I think you're angling towards fan perception and community. But the fact of the matter is that the fan community is very fickle, and they also tend to be very illogical. You know what I mean? So like people's outcries and outbursts towards them aren't really going to determine the theme's competitiveness necessarily, except from Joe Bob Jones on Twitter, who like goes off and rants about how much Ninjago sucks. The themes will compete in the world of product sales. and ratings in terms of the show, but not in terms of community response to the show.
Couldn't they use the ratings to see if they want to offer these sets more openly in the US?
They could for the show, but I also don't know how much LEGO really cares about ratings, because Ninjago has had absolutely abhorrent ratings for the last 5 years, like dipping way below like 0.3 in terms of the scale, which is bad, and yet it's still going.
Couldn't they have had like some type of deal, like make X amount of seasons, and then once that contract's done, show would be on hold indefinitely?
The thing about the Ninjago show, though, is just like there will be guys out there who watch the Ninjago show, and if they're like, "Oh, that thing is cool, and I can buy it as a Lego set," that works. You know, so it doesn't matter if it has low ratings.
At least here, I never see it be aired at least in my area. I usually like leave Cartoon Network on occasionally. Like,
Cartoon Network is horrible. They don't air the thing.
Okay. Not being tagged.
Yeah. Let's talk about the show for a little bit, and then wrap this up.
All right.
We haven't done that at all. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah, it instantly loved it so much more just because it's not Play-Doh people, man. Why does not Ninjago have really nice artistic cartoon style like this? This looks so great. Honestly.
You and Var and Ben basically said the same thing. This is like
but that's like the instant thing that comes to mind. It's just like, this is so bright and cool and colorful. Why don't we have this instead of like the weird? You know.
I mean, Ninjago has a good style if you can look past the initial Uncanny Valley.
No,
they've recently greatly evolved their animation capabilities. It's got some gorgeous animation to it.
Can someone give me a screenshot of the show just so I can put it up?
I'm gonna find you a screenshot.
Anybody, like either you guys or the chat, I don't care. Just give me something.
Yeah, just get him a good screenshot. Right. Because the thing about Ninjago is you have to look.
Here's a screenshot from the latest episode.
Oh heck yeah, Play-Doh, Play-Doh the show.
Play-Doh people, man.
You have to look past the initial Uncanny Valley that Ninjago has to
and they're already working
good animation.
minifigures as the characters. It's just, I'm gonna let you speak. I'm sorry.
That's it though. Like Ninjago is cool. I don't want to say it's horrible. It's not. I love this show, but this does immediately strike me as being better, at least in terms of visuals. It's definitely going to allow this to expand its reach past Lego. And I mean, people are worried, you know, like the chat is like, "Oh, the show's going to kill Ninjago." And I'm like, well, it's kind of a catch-22 at this point, because the only hope maybe to mitigate that would be if Ninjago changed its art style. But if you do that this far in, then you're just going to alienate the fans that it already has. So your best hope, and all of our best hope, is that they can coexist and be cool. Because if one tries to one up the other, that being if Ninjago tries to one up Monkie Kid, it's probably gonna fail. So Monkie Kid was the one to like break from this and do its own thing, and we gotta see how it goes along.
I think the thing with Monkie Kid, right? At least the show, and a cartoon in a different style is, you know, it's appealing to most people, to like people that aren't in Lego. Because one of the drawbacks to me from watching Ninjago is just like, I don't like looking at Lego people like 3D.
Same.
Other than like the Lego movie and all of them, they're unique, right? Like they look really good. But Ninjago, it's like you said, Play-Doh people, and I have like no interest in getting invested into this because the show kind of looks eh. Now Monkie Kid, on the other hand, it's, you know, the visual style pops. For what we see in the action is like insane, and for me, that's way better. Obviously, I'll probably watch the show as it airs or whatever. Since we don't know how it's going to be handled, and I'm hoping it does well because it looks really fun. Yeah, I don't know what else to say actually. I feel like I was supposed to say
Lego anime, dude. It's Lego anime.
That was the first thing that came to mind with the animation style.
Like, no, but like you said, like if Ninjago changed styles towards something like this, it probably would alienate fans or be like, "Oh, it's just trying to be a copycat of Monkie Kid."
Yeah, I mean, they've like dabbled with it, but
really
there's no way they're ever gonna like permanently transition to what they've shown off.
They've done a few episodes like in the anime style, and it's kind of sad how much better this is. Like the Ninjago anime episodes don't really compare. It's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of upsetting.
This is done by the team I think that did the
Yeah,
Ninja
these are
Turtles.
completely
Yeah,
different animation teams for sure.
And I'm just like, for an action-oriented theme, I think it's a great idea. I'm hoping the story holds up to it because the sets look great. The show looks great from what I've seen. I'm hopeful for it, and I'm hoping it's more than 3 years. And I'm hoping the prices kind of go a little lower because this is really expensive stuff.
Real quick, noticed a comment from Sir Perry in the Patreon chat. It says, "My super chats have not been read."
It kind of passed the topic, but when I was talking about the having a hard time with getting into Ninjago, or like the investment of like getting a new set, yada yada, he said he donated $5 and said, "I feel a tenebrae. I left Ninjago once the Stone Samurais came around, and now I'm lost whenever I see a Ninjago set with a wolf with 200 tails."
Oh, that's funny. I mean,
for those who don't know,
Yes,
Ninjaga's
please.
been trying to do a soft reboot. Like they've stopped the interconnectivity season to season. You can pretty much pick it up at any point and not miss anything, often to the detriment of the show's plot. But it was done specifically to make it easier for new people to follow along.
I don't think new people would know that, right? Like it's like, oh,
You're
Ninjago,
right.
X amount of season. That's way too much. I'm just gonna move
You're
on.
right. You're very right.
Only been told by word of mouth that it kind of did that.
I didn't even know. Like honestly, now that you tell me, I'm like, oh, that's surprising.
I really hate that mentality. That just drives me nuts.
Which one?
The one, oh, it's too much. Too many seasons.
It's a real problem that we have to grapple with. It's affected us. It's the reason that the Bionicle went away.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Love it or hate it.
Yeah,
it's
no,
affected us because, like Meso, you and I, it's not an inhibitor to us, but it has affected us as in it is the root cause of our
Yeah, that's
progress
what I meant.
going away.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, see that.
As much as I would like to just write it off and be like stupid anti-Ninjago haters, I can't because it's like this is an actual it's an actual market trend.
I know. I'm not saying it's Ninjago specific, and I'm not saying it isn't an issue that people grapple with. I know that it is. It's just a mentality I cannot empathize with.
I agree. You and I are one
It's the kind of thing where if I was there at the start, which is why I like getting into like new stuff, then sure, I will follow along with it as long as I can. Like, and if it gets like to be super long, kind of like Ninjago or whatever, sure, like I would be a big fan of it still. But when I have to like face the mountain of stuff I have to go over, sure, I'd rather not get to that
Eljay,
cool
you and I
point that you
stand
guys are
apart from
enjoying.
this. We are One Piece fans.
I know, but still, it's like I don't know. I can't understand it fundamentally.
All right.
So.
Suffice to say, being a fan of both, my hope is that these two coexist. But between the two, being somebody who's watched Ninjago from the beginning, I am sorry. I do prefer this art style. Heresy. I know, but it is.
Just saying.
It's
Heard from someone else that has been involved with the making of Hidden Side. They definitely wish the little Hidden Side show could have an art style like this too, instead of going for the same kind of 3D look as Ninjago.
I mean, I like both.
I keep forgetting Hidden Side as a show.
I don't.
Pretty short, 19 episodes, 3 minutes each.
Oh, that's not bad. You see, and compare that to like, I don't know how long Ninjago is.
100+ episodes.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Also, you're getting different levels of depth at that point. Too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wait, I do want to bring up one thing really briefly about Ninjago. Yeah, I realized you said it was like soft rebooting or whatever, but there was like a time where I'm like, oh, it's like ice and fire themed. Now it's like cyber themed, and now it's Dungeons and Dragons themed. I'm like, what's going on? It's jumping around a lot. And I'm like, am I missing something? And
well, it's a common critique that they've gone like full episodic, and so they've lost the connective tissue between the themes in their attempt to course correct to make it more accessible.
It might just cause more confusion.
Yeah, I feel like a yearly thing, right? Like if let's say a whole year was themed to like the Dungeons
yearly
and Dragons thing or
modeling.
whatever. Yeah, like what Bionicle did, it was like, oh, 1 year for this whole like new thing, like the Hordika or whatever. But I feel that would benefit Ninjago again. I think that's what they used to do.
Yeah, like it seems to be like a lot of effort if they're gonna have like a new theme going on twice a year, you know.
So instead of like having a summer and winter theme wave that tie together, it's just one summer theme that's completely different from the winter theme. It's
The
just
pacing
bizarre.
has been very whack as a result
show?
of it.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
It jumps around a bit.
That kind of sucks. I'll be honest.
A little bit.
Ouch.
Do we know if we're getting any more Monkie Kid sets after this wave?
Nope.
All right, cool.
I think
Bro, they
it
just
got
came
announced
out.
like a couple days ago.
Honestly,
So.
honestly, that's true. Honestly, though, I feel like these sets could probably hold a whole year because of how the price and the size. It's like I could see myself picking one up every 2 to 3 months, like if I save up money.
Yeah.
But
For sure.
that's a better way to look at this theme. I don't think buying it all at once because that price is horrifying.
If they talk about evergreen themes, this is an evergreen wave. It will always be just these sets for sale for the rest of the next 10 years.
Honestly, though, like a one wave per year for something like these sets of this quality is something I would really like, because if like themes start doing that more, I'd be more inclined to purchase them and not just like buy these like $15 battle pack things or same ship I've seen 20 times.
I wouldn't be surprised there might be like the next wave will probably be sooner than a year, but it'll probably be smaller. I'm guessing just kind of like Hidden Side second wave was smaller, and then the next one was a bit big. This last one that was announced was a bit bigger again. So who knows?
All right.
Well, aside from the meta aspect, yes, the show looks outstanding. I don't really have a preference to it over Ninjago's animation. They're both good in different ways. But this definitely looks really good. It's very high energy. It has a lot of fluidity.
I mean, it just looks fun.
It's high energy, and yeah, it looks like fun. I'm very excited to see it.
Is it cheesy? Yes. Does
I
it
love
look
it.
fun? Yes. Does it look gorgeously animated? Yes. It's gonna be a fresh spin.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited to see it. I want
And
to know
also, the character clips they released. Somebody made a video on YouTube compiling them. I think Frankie from One Piece voices Sandy Eljay.
Yes, no, he does.
That is awesome.
Nice.
I mean, he's got a pretty distinct voice. It's
I love that so much.
They put in effort for the dubs and
Okay.
everything.
Yeah.
Man. That's nice.
I'm excited, man. I can't wait. I want the food truck. I like my chefs, bro. I like my chefs.
Oh my gosh. Ratatouille too.
Ratatouille. What a pig.
Instantly,
Look.
you will die.
Look, if we don't get the Ratatouille set, I'm content with my food truck, LJ, all right?
Well,
I like
that's
my food truck.
good. That's good. It doesn't matter. Instantly. Cease to live.
Well,
For
All right.
are we done? I think
We are done.
enough about
Almost done.
about-
We should mention like a little thing that's completely unrelated to Monkey
Oh.
King before we wrap.
Yeah, can you give me a second to pull that up, bro?
Is it a single set?
Yeah.
We are talking about the thing.
The thing. So this week's highlighted set
Oh.
from the comments.
Sweet.
You know, is something that I don't. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. We haven't. I don't know if we've ever talked about this on the channel. At least not that I know of there. But I guess this is like a little attempt to briefly talk about it. But this week's set highlight comes from the comments below from last video from Lego David, which came at us with set 8519, Big Chill, which judging from the name is not what I expected at all. In retrospect,
You need to
What
take a
were you
big chill.
expecting?
Big Chill.
What were you
And
expecting?
my opinion about these hasn't changed. The first time I saw them in the stores is that, man, that's not Bionicle.
Construction's
I'm
alternative
sure
hope.
they-
I really like the Ben 10 sets. I'll fight to defend them.
Are you gonna review them?
No, not that much.
They're like cookie cutter construction. And
Cookie
like,
cutter
I mean, they're
construction.
they
like-
have so
they're
little
like-
parts.
They're like Duplo construction.
Yeah,
These,
Oh
yeah,
my
these are
gosh.
basically the Jack Stone of construction.
yeah.
all right?
Correct. I don't think there's something inherently wrong with having a back when construction was popular enough to get multiple things.
Mhm.
F in the chat for nowadays. I don't think there's anything wrong with having multiple like styles for younger and older builders.
Mhm.
I think this fills the niche perfectly fine for something that people who were fans of Ben 10 back when that was still like a relevant show could get.
I think it still is though. I think it's on like its 27th reboot at this point. Something along
Probably.
those lines.
They
I
just
I have
keep
no idea what's
trying.
going on. Like maybe it'll bring back construction for another.
This
wave,
this
and-
is like Hero Factory 1.0 applied to Ben 10.
Like the
Yeah.
Ben 10 torso was very creative. It had a lot of cool connection points. The limbs have some connection points. I always wanted this set because this set was kind of like a beta test for CCBS
Mhm.
because you have the limbs and then you have the pieces of armor that attach to the limbs by way of like tiny pinholes. And I
Mhm.
always wanted it just because of that novelty.
There you go. 10. Let me see how much he's cost in secondhand market.
Too much.
Well, gee, who would have thought?
No, I mean they even retailed for too much. Like it was bad. I think it
20
was like
pieces
$15.
for $15.
It was really
Okay,
bad.
so hilariously, so the general rule when it comes to the Lego secondhand market is that Lego will always appreciate. I guess except this.
This and the superhero ultra builds.
Oh, yeah.
Evidently, because like I'm finding individuals for nearly the exact price they sold because they retailed for about $15. I'm still finding them for about that price.
Nice.
Unless they're in a box or they're incomplete, then we've got a problem.
Of course.
I need to.
Anyway, I'm not planning on reviewing these, so don't get any hopes up. I'm sorry.
I need to complete my collection of Ben 10 figures, Chima Construction, Star Wars Construction. Like, I need to get the whole gang together and make a Construction museum.
Honestly, if I do review them, it would just be in one video. They're too similar to review independently.
Yeah, and like looking at
Hold
the parts list on BrickSet, like the torso is like just one big piece apparently, like from the database, but that can't be right.
No, it's one solid piece.
Really? So, but it looks like part of it is black and part of it is blue. So is it like just connected by itself already
No,
as you get it?
It's
one.
like a Hero Factory 2.0 torso piece, but instead of using a CCBS shell for the chest piece, it instead connects with an axle.
Oh,
Mm,
that's bizarre.
right.
Well,
Yeah, I don't really have too much connection to these. Also, like the only Ben 10 I cared about was the very first one.
mhm.
There was I don't know how many reboots there's been. So like I heard like the little hope that I had with my breath when I heard it was Ben 10, but then I don't recognize any of them. It was just kind of like, all right.
The Ben 10 you knew is long gone, buddy.
The funniest thing about Ben 10 is that it was advertised in the beginning as being like one of two successors to Bionicle. Because when Bionicle ended, they were like, don't worry, we got two pillars to hold up its legacy. It's Ben 10 and Hero Factory. You guys are in good hands.
Big
Well,
chill is
yeah,
on
that
field.
worked so well.
Hero Factory ran for 5 years, and Ben 10, well, we're talking
Did
about it
not.
now, I guess.
Is that, oh my gosh, that parts list, that's the only page for
That's all you need, bro.
it.
It's really pathetic.
Oh, doesn't even have the bones. Oh. It's
No,
bizarre.
that's everything.
That's weird.
Yep.
Oh, it's...
Pour,
Were
the
pouring
wings
out for Ben
plastic
10,
or
fellas.
soft plastic, or they have to have been soft plastic.
To this day, I really do like the Ben 10 torso. Like I said, it's got a lot of connection points. It's got a lot of axles. It's got those ball joints, and then on the back, it almost has like a spine of little pinholes.
disconnect, huh?
Yeah, it does. I don't know why the
Why did
instructions
you
don't show it.
disconnect them?
It's a really cool torso piece. That being said, it was not enough to save these from crippling mediocrity.
Oh yeah, no, they're like you're $15, and you're getting 22, 21, 14, 16, 20 pieces.
It's bad.
That's not good.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I try to stay positive with a lot of these like trip down memory lane kind of set
tried, man.
highlight thing that we're doing, but there's not a lot for me when it comes to these Ben 10 ones.
There
These are,
were a
like,
few
one of the
cool-
very dark corners for me to jump back into.
There
when it
were a
comes to
few
Lego.
cool parts that I wish, I had gotten. There are a few cool parts people still use on mocks to this day. It's not like it's all bad. It's just like 99% bad. For me, with this theme, I made the wrong choice, and the only one that I ever got was the only Humongosaur.
Oh my gosh.
The one with the least parts.
Yes, the one with the least parts and the giant like fist. Like just
That-
too
that
good made a
shoulder
video
piece,
about it. And I
mhm.
think this thumbnail pretty much sums him up. He looks
that
horrible.
head and shoulder piece, my goodness.
The head and shoulder is like rubber. The
They're
fists are,
connected?
like big gloves. Yes,
They're
they're
the same
connected.
thing.
Oh
my
wait, no,
gosh.
no, they're not. The shoulder piece is different than the head piece.
Oh, but it like clicks
But-
on top of it.
Yeah, it clicks on. It was a bad set. It was really horrible, and that was the only one I ever got. All the others were
Dude.
better than it.
The Toa, the combiners have like Toa Kaita energy to them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Coda packs them, like, but these were. But the thing is that Toa Kaita came out in like what 2001, you know. These came out 2010,
Oh yeah,
so it's like
These
not
remind
good.
me of the Mystic
Yeah.
and Pantoka combiners.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to think about combiners right now.
no, I will say there's one set that was good. I think
No.
pretty much like not just good as a set, but good for the mocking community, and that
Okay.
is
okay.
Swamp Fire.
Oh my gosh.
Fire?
Yeah.
Sand
Why?
green, baby.
Sand-
Get to
I mean,
at our top.
Sand green on parts with very limited connection points and like a
Get to
very.
build in that Artaka, fellas.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of these parts used on Artaka mocks in that context.
Why is Artaka just like sand green or something? Like, what?
Artaka canonically, yeah, Artaka is canonically sand green.
Oh yeah.
Did Greg say
fire.
that at some point?
Yeah.
Just like, hey, he's sand green. We don't know how he looks, but we just know he's sand green.
No, we
The
have
whole
a
thing bugs me so much. I could rant for so
he's
long.
described
about
as
it.
being gray green, and Greg has said that so the way he talks about it, he says gray green and it's hyphenated. And whenever he talks about blue green hyphenated, he's confirmed that whenever he's saying that, he's talking teal. So when he says gray green, he's even specified he's not talking about gray and green. He specifically means a gray green, which would be sand green.
Okay.
It's whack, dude. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I like
Sweet.
Swamp Fire.
All right.
That was
This is a
a
lot.
nice journey through Ben 10. Thanks, Lego David.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to revisit something that they tried once and we have not seen anything quite like it since then.
Probably
Thank
deservedly
goodness.
so.
Okay, wait, I have one more picture.
No.
Meso.
Look
Not
at this.
going
Look
up.
at this swagger.
Oh my God.
Look at this swagger.
Kind of reminds me of that one screenshot I kept posting from Promare the other night of Governor Cray
Ow.
when he's
Ow.
Reminds me of,
Huh.
oh, you're approaching me?
Swamp Fire new JoJo character.
So, anyone that has any sort of neat set on their mind, feel free to put the set number in the comments. And the one that has the most thumbs up, we will talk about, and we will sometimes we'll talk positive of it. Other times we'll be talking about Ben 10, so just feel free to post all the set numbers you want. We will do it. So thank you for your contribution, Lego David. You brought a debate upon this podcast.
Was it even a
Not so
debate,
much. We all
It was a very short-lived debate, but it was one nonetheless.
we came to agreement pretty fast.
Yeah.
never forget the pink hands.
Right.
I will very quickly forget them by moving on to the plugs, because we are
Plug
at
it
the
in,
end.
plug it in.
So, thank you all for watching. Make sure to head on over to TTV message boards at board.ttvchannel.com, where you can have a good time, depending on whether or not you are 13 years or older or read the rules. You need to do both. So, you need to be 13 years or older and read the rules, and everything will be hunky-dory. We have a bunch of good stuff over there. Lego author Greg Farshi is still there answering questions. Additionally, we are ramping up for the first of many canonization contests for the Bionicle Generation 1 story, starting on June 1st with the Helrix contest. However, it won't just be limited to her. There will also be more characters such as Toahaga, Otaka, and so on. So check that out. Additionally, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/TTVchannel, where you can donate as little as $1 a month and be part of our Patreon Discord server, as well as our Minecraft server, in which you can explore the island Matsunui and Voyanui, with many more to come. Additionally, head on over to Twitter at the TTV channel, and finally, check out BioCup 2020. That's right, it is a Bionicle construction community contest. BioCup 2020. It started just a few days ago. Actually, I think last week, time of this recording. So definitely go and check that out. We made a video for it. Get involved. It's going to be a great time for all involved. And that's it.
All right, music.
All right.
Music.
Do it.
I hate this.
All right. Thank you all so very much for watching. This has been BrickFeed, episode 126. I'm Eljay.
I'm X Trooper.
I'm Meso, and I'm gonna go buy Swamp Fire.
I'm Invi.
I'm Leo.
And I'm Star, and I'm gonna go kill Meso.
Oh my. See y'all next time.
Yeah.
See ya.
Muting?
It's been 2.5 hours, right?
Yes.
I can finally move from my chair.